What's up, everybody? What is going on? We back in here. We in the war room on this Sunday. We appreciate y'all popping up in here. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to break down some game film of our last preseason game, but obviously we got hit with some potentially unfortunate news, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to hit that with the first topic. We're going to definitely just kind of give our thoughts on it as well as the chat. So definitely, if you guys want to get involved, do us a big favor, hit that sub button. For those of you that don't know, we do a sub-only chat just to show our appreciation to subscribers. If you want to kind of get your thoughts in. Also, when we break down this game film, we want to get your thoughts as well. If you guys don't know, we do it live so that we kind of get some of your feedback. If you agree, disagree, don't matter either way. But at the end of the day, we definitely try to do it live. Just kind of have that back and forth. So we appreciate y'all popping up in here, man. Definitely hit that like button wherever you're at. If you don't know, I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. You got Chris, Protect Show Podcast on this side. You got the Severe Raider over here, man. Once you're done, no matter what channel you're viewing from, go to the other channels, hit that sub button, like button if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing. So I'm going to hit up the chat here in just a second. We appreciate everybody that's popping through, but I got to say what's up to my guys. First, see how the weekend's going. I'm going to throw it to you, Chris, first, man. How you doing, big dog?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Glad to be able to talk ball with my brothers, man. You know, it's going to be an up and down chat today, but you know, definitely glad to be here with you guys. And salute to everybody that is on X right now, man. If you guys get an opportunity, man, come on over to the YouTube channel and just support, man. Come over there, hit the sub button, hit the thumbs up, man, if you get opportunity. But we got a lot to talk about today.
100%. Yeah, if you are over on X, man, 100%. Come on over to YouTube. Shout out to everybody. Also, in addition to that, if you guys are going to be around, home opener, we're going to be there. All right. So if you guys are going to be there, week 1 against the Dolphins, definitely hit us up. All 3 of us are going to be there. Hit us up on social media. So let us know where you're going to be. We will obviously be there in J-Lot. We'll be there probably hanging out before the game, but also Tap and Ash. Shout out to our guy, Dub Raider. He's going to be doing a little bit of an event on Saturday night. We're going to be there, just chopping it up with everybody. So definitely tap in if you're going to be there, home opener. But we got Severe on this side as well, man. Severe, what's going on, big dog? How you feeling?
Oh, man, feeling good. I mean, lots to talk about today, man. Whether that be the film breakdown, whether that be obviously Addison Genty. I'm about to get into, you know, on the cusp of the last preseason game where, you know, does this change plans? You know, how we may have approached the game beforehand in terms of starters versus reserves. The injury to Genty, does that kind of, you know, have the coaching staff rework their plans, man? It's a lot of interesting stuff going on right now.
There's a lot, for sure. And so, but man, hey, again, if y'all don't know, we hit you guys on Sundays as well as Wednesdays. We hit you guys after basically post-game reactions after the Sunday games, and we break down game film on Wednesdays. So definitely tap in if you guys are interested in that type of stuff. So we appreciate y'all. Again, if you guys are over on other platforms, YouTube, jump on over there. Definitely hit that like button over there as well. But we appreciate everybody viewing. Shout out to everybody. Shoot, let's get into it. You know what? Let's do this. Chris, I'm going to give you the honors this time. Been starting a couple people. Let's hit up the chat, say what's up to everybody.
For sure. Let's get it. And again, anyone that's over at X, come on over to YouTube and we can look at your chat as well if you guys want to say something in the chat. But salute to my boy Gabe Davis in the building. He said, hey, Raider Nation, it's a sad day about Genty for sure, man. We're definitely going to get into it. My guy, Raider Jeff in the building. What's going on, Raider Jeff? My guy, going to see you in a couple weeks in Vegas, man. It's going to be a good time. My boy Cool Kev in the building. What's going on, Brim Blood? Good to see you, man. Glad to hope you feeling good and healthy and everything, man. Salute to see you there. Mikey B in the building. What's going on? Raider for life or R for life 70. He said 1 in 16. That's nasty work. That's nasty work, man. Nasty work. But hey, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna keep our hopes up, man. Bro, hey, what's going on, man? He said, I'm wrong, but I think it's done for the year. Go ahead, 805. What'd you say?
No, I'm saying they thought we were bad. Like that,
yeah. Don't try to jump on. Don't jump on the bus now.
Yeah, what was his prediction beforehand? That's the real question. Before the injury.
Right. Isaiah, what's going on, man? What's going on? You're right. Tragic, bro. Tragic. Joe Clark in the building. Next man up. I like Washington for sure. He's gonna have an opportunity. We'll talk about that. Linda in the building, always showing love, good looking out. Go Raiders. What's happening, brothers? Hey, we're here, man, doing our thing. Appreciate you. Got Moon in the building. What's going on? Like he said, hit the like button. Please, everybody, hit the like button. Help us get back in the algorithm where we need to be. Can we keep it real? We objective, man. DK in the building. What's going on? He said most definitely CAB. We're about to bring that back for you. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
For sure. We definitely do.
Brother Yaya in the building. What's going on, my guy? Thank you for coming through the war room. Got AO Anthony in the building, man. Salute to everybody, man. You guys are in the building today, man. Make sure you double tap the screen on YouTube, man. Hit the like button. Bruce Davis in the building. Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate you. Art White in the building. There's no need to fear. Washington is here. Let's go, Washington. Let's go, man. I mean, he's gonna have a chance. SoCal Rhino in the building. What's going on? I only know one Rhino. That's the severe Rhino.
You know what it is?
You know what I'm saying? It just be crashing out. Only one Rhino I know, babe. But salute to
this part of the herd. It's part of the herd.
There you go.
Man.
Part of the herd. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Big John, what's going on? Hey, salute to Big John. Me and Big John got into it in the comments on one of my shorts, man. Big John, you my guy, though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, Big John. You know you my guy. You know you my guy. That's my boy right there. Got Dre in the building. What's going on, my friend? Got Mr. Gerardo in the building. Man, appreciate you from Mexico. Appreciate you. Got Show Deuce in the building. Appreciate you. Okay, Raider for life. He said he was at 7 and 10 before Genty. So,
damn.
Yeah. That's. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Raider Night in the building. What's going on? Hey, at least the Charger Center went down today with the ACL. Gotta keep, man. Oh wow. Are we officially on the clock for Jeremiah Smith? We'll talk about it. We may have been on the clock anyway, but
exactly. Now on the clock.
Federo in the building, man. Salute to you. Sad news for sure, man. Got my boy in the building. Salute to you, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. Sorry if I didn't get if I didn't, say nothing to you guys, because there's a lot, man. A lot of y'all in the building, especially on X. Like I said, come on over from X, man, to YouTube and support. But let's get to it, y'all.
Yeah, let's get after it. But I did see this one right after that, Dre. So it's official 20 ACL. So I just looked, didn't see anything. So as we're going live, as we're talking about it, if any updates come in, chat,
let us know.
Hit us with it. We'll talk about it. But I didn't see anything.
My guy Kenny is. I was at 4 with Genty, 4th out.
Damn.
He was like,
hey,
and then changed his prediction.
My floor was 2. My ceiling was my floor was 2. My ceiling was 4. So no, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. We got one more in your We Raiders in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you rocking with us. Good seeing everybody. And then last but not least, before we really get into the topics, the Myra G in the building.
Myra Jeezy.
Chris, real quick, plug where you guys are going to be at real quick. Week 3.
Yeah, man. Week 3. It's going to go down in New Orleans, man. Salute to Myra G and her crew, the crew tailgaters in Oakland. Throwing a hell of a party. Myself, Severe, and Turf. We're going to be hosting it. Private party right on Bill Street. I always say Bill Street because I lived in Memphis. Right on Bourbon Street. So it's going to go down, man. Make sure you guys get there. It's going to be all you can eat, all you can drink. If you want a wristband, holler at myself. I can help you guys do that. Holler at Myra G. You can holler at either of us on any social media. I'll actually get the flyer so we can put up a little bit later for more details. But again, it's going down. You know how we do it. It's going down in New Orleans. So be there.
Yeah. It's gonna be a mess. That's what it's gonna be. But shout out to everybody.
Dan, he said it is ACL. That's what Farrell just said.
Man. No, he's asking, do we think it's ACL?
Oh, my bad. Damn.
Let's hope not.
It's my ADD, man. Dyslexia. I don't know why y'all got me reading.
Guys, have to go to Pharaoh's channel as well. Pharaoh and Severe, they go live throughout the week as well. Fire show. If you guys haven't caught it, definitely you're missing out. Go hit that up as well. We got Ben. What's going on, big dog? Good seeing you.
What's up, man?
Appreciate you popping up in here. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about the first topic. And I know people have already kind of been flowing in, want to talk about it, so we're going to hit it first. Genty injured. Chat, let me know what your thoughts are. People are already kind of throwing some of the comments. It's Mike Washington Jr. time. We're already hearing it a little bit. Obviously, he has flashed well in the preseason. I think we all can say it's good that we brought in another running back. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts on Genty going down? Severe, I'm going to throw it to you first, man. Just initial thoughts when you heard it. One thing I will say is all I've heard is that it was basically a pass from Kirk Cousins that was a little off. Genty had to dive for it. He collided with Darian Porter and then didn't get up. The trainers had to come help him up. He couldn't put any weight on the leg that he injured. And so they basically removed him from practice. Again, could not walk off on his own, had to take weight off of it. And that's all we know as of right now. Again, chat, let us know if you hear anything.
Time out. Before I go, I got to address this. Look, coach, bro,
I knew somebody was going to say
Coach, you've been on my sack, bro, for like 2 weeks. You calling in other shows, asking about me and me in the chat, dog. Like, I'm taking. I said, all right, I don't swing that way. All right. Save that for Fernando.
It's all because
Save that for Fernando, dog. I know. And first of all, I don't wish anybody to get injured. All right. I want dudes to prove their bust on the field. If anything, I don't want no excuses. So I don't want the oh, he was hurt the excuse, or I don't want none of that. So if I think a guy's no good, I want him to go out on the field and either prove me right or prove me wrong. I don't want it to be a technicality to say if we would have did this, we would have did that. No, I want it to be pure play, show that you're worth the pick, or sir that you're worth the contract we give you. So I don't want anybody getting hurt, especially people who are. I don't think Genty's a bad person. Like, he's legitimately a good guy. He's a good teammate. He's always smiling, friendly with the media, friendly with the fans. So I really don't want people like that hurt. But I don't want anybody hurt, any professional hurt, because that's how these people feed their family. They spend their lifetime working to the point to get to the NFL, and to lose it all, especially in a game or in a situation where, nothing was really at stake. This was a practice. So I don't want anybody to be hurt. So look, I'm not a fan of Genty. I still don't think he was worth the 6th overall pick. I would never think he's worth the 6th overall pick. And part of the reason I don't is because of this situation. Think about it like this. The 2 running backs that were taken in the first round last year, Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton. Omarion Hampton already missed time with an injury last year. Ashton Genty's likely going to miss time with an injury this year. The guy that was taken in the first round this year, running back, Jeremiah Love, he has a high ankle sprain. He's likely going to miss at least 1 or 2 games himself. So this is why the running back position has become devalued. Now,
Junkins got hurt.
But yeah, I'm just strictly just talking about just first round guys.
Yeah,
like, you look about the second round guys, So I'm just talking about the guys in the first round. So this is part of the reason why the position has become devalued, because they take so much contact. It's a part of their position, and then you can so the wear and tear is going to add up quickly. They have a short shelf life, and then you can find guys that can produce later on in the draft. That's why I was so adamant that you don't take a running back in the first round, especially as a rebuilding team. If that's the final piece to your puzzle, then hey, do what you do, right? If you see the value there and that's what you think is going to put you over the top, do it. But this is why it hurts so badly, because now we have a guy that, we have a 1st overall pick last year that may not play at all this season. Fingers crossed that he's not that injured. But reports that he can't even put pressure on it. Like, Genty's not, I don't want to say he's not a wimp or a wuss, right? If in the fact that the team stopped practice and they turned off the music and they're praying, like, that tells me that it's likely something serious. If because they usually get that initial report from the trainer, and they can take a look, and they can usually give you some kind of initial diagnosis saying that, we fear it's this, we fear it's that. The fact that we haven't heard anything at all from the Raiders, it lets me know that it could be something really, really bad, right? Because if it was some positive news, they'll be quick to push that out there. So the fact that they haven't said anything positive yet, that's already concerning. Like I said, the fact they stopped practice and people are praying and they stopped music and, they're gathered, everybody took a knee like that, that lets me know that it could be something devastating. So we're going to be without our 1st round pick from last year. And we already know that a 1st round pick from this year isn't going to start this season. So there's 2 1st round picks back to back that we're not going to get anything out of, at least for the first part of the season. So it's just devastating all the way around, man. For a team that lacks depth, all over the field, the fact that we're losing a guy that, many in the Raider Nation was expecting to have a really big season. Part of the reason that we brought Clint Kubiak over here was to replicate some of what he did last year with the Seahawks, where they had one of the better rushing offenses in the league, especially down the stretch of the season. We saw throughout the playoffs, Kenneth Walker was probably the best player throughout the entire playoffs, regardless of position. Literally carried them to the Super Bowl outside of the Rams game, and then won a Super Bowl MVP. So, I think it's just a tough loss. But as somebody said earlier in the chat, man, it's next man up. Mike Washington is a talented back, but we got to worry. Lobby's not a RB2. Dario Ogunbowale is not an RB2. Roman Hemby is not really an RB2. So, like, what do we have to do now? Now you have to make a decision. Do we IR Genty and have him miss at least the 6 games? Is he going to come back early enough in the season to where we don't have to IR him? We can just hold on to that roster spots, because roster spots are precious. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made.
I'm with you. Chris, I'm going to throw it to you in just a second. Raider Knight, you're saying Darren Porter crashed into Genty. Whose fault, though? Accidents happen. You can't blame it on anybody, honestly. There's errant throws all the time. People run into each other. Unless somebody was doing something absolutely stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, and I'll just give it a quick example. Like, if JPJ jumped over a pile like he usually does and crashes into somebody's knee, that's a stupid thing to do, right? This situation, I don't think it's anybody's fault. Can't blame anybody for it. Show deuces real quick. I don't think we're going to talk about other players or waiver wire stuff until we actually get the news of what's really going down. That's just my opinion. Plus, we want to get to the game film as well. And so, real quick, Gerard, throwing one out there. Shout out to you, man. You're saying teams can pull together in these situations. Let's hope so. So, Chris, man, I'm throwing it to you. Thoughts on just Genty being hurt? When you heard the news, what was your initial thought process?
Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, I think Severe said it well. It's like, you regardless of, how I feel, how any of us feel about, if he should have been drafted, or whatever, at the end of the day, he's wearing the silver and black. I don't want to see nobody get injured, whether it's for our team and other teams. So, so I definitely, I hated seeing that news, at the end of the day, because, again, that's how he provides for his family. And running backs already have a short shelf life anyway. So, you're talking about a guy, he's not that big, and it's not like he's super explosive. So any knee injury, I mean, we saw what happened to Nick Chubb, that took, a lot of years away from him. So you never want to see that for a running back, because honestly, his superpower is, being able to make people, not necessarily miss, but basically evade them from, bouncing off of them and having good balance and stuff like that, and not having, a fully stable knee that can really affect all that. So, I really hate to hear it. This gives a huge opportunity for Mike Washington, but again, he's a rookie, at the end of the day, he's still learning the game. But yeah, it definitely hurts, because I think that Kubiak wanted to run the offense around Genty and be able to give him the ball and give him a lot of touches. So it's going to definitely suck, but someone's going to have to step up, and still there's no excuses. I mean, we're supposed to have this offensive coordinator, or offensive minded coach that is supposed to be a whiz kid. Injuries is part of the game, so we got to keep it moving.
I'm with shout to LV, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking with us, guys. Make sure you guys go over to LV's channel as well. Show some support, show some love. Like Chris said earlier, man, it looks like, Chris, I checked, man. It looks like your Twitter's pop, your X is popping.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I'm looking, man. Salute to my X, man.
Like, what kind of thumbnail did you put on over there? I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's going up. It's the power through purpose, man.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You guys over there definitely go over
Allen Iverson.
Man, show some support.
Yeah.
But also, just so you guys know, I'll be at the 49er game next week at Allegiant. So if you guys are going, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be at Allegiant Stadium for the 49er game, preseason game. Definitely good to put names to faces. I'm going to give my take here in just 1 second. But we got big luck. Appreciate you throwing them out there, big dog. Good seeing you in the building. Look, when it comes to Genty, it's shitty news. And obviously you guys know that if you guys have rocked with us all last season, we broke down the game film and we've kind of given you our assessment of how we feel about Genty. but you never want to see an injury like that. But the one thing that this kind of proves, and something that we've been saying for a long time, I know I've been saying since the day that Genty was even in the conversation of drafting him, is there's a reason why a lot of teams have moved to running back by committee. There's a lot of reasons why teams now have dual threat backfields, is because every time they carry the football, it's like a car crash. Running backs get injured almost on a regular basis. You look at some of the top tier running backs, whether it is Nick Chubb, where it is Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, like these running backs, they get hurt, and you need a viable backup. And to be able to, and if you put all that capital into a player like that, then you're going to force feed them 25, 30 times a game because you want to get the benefit out of them. And again, you give them the ball that many times. One, teams know you're going to give them the ball. And two, there's a good chance that they're going to get injured. And I hate to put that out there, and I don't want to see it at all. And I hate that this is what has happened to Genty. And again, we don't know how bad it is. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? He maybe needs to take a couple weeks out. He's still playing week one, or maybe he's playing a few weeks into the season. But at the end of the day, this is why teams go to a dual back system, and this is why teams no longer really spend high draft capital on running backs. And when I say high draft capital, I'm talking like early first round draft picks. You know, you will have the one-offs like we did, like the Cardinals did, but go back and tell me when's the last time a early first round running back, or even a first round running back in general, has won on the team, has won a Super Bowl, or has consistently gone deep into the playoffs on the team that drafted him. It rarely happens. Look at Bijan. Bijan is arguably the best running back in the National Football League. And what's the Falcons' record been since he's been on there? It's never with their original team.
Did they do it with Gibbs, or did he come after
Gibbs? You can say Gibbs would be the one technically, but remember that was like a dual system, so it was him and David Montgomery.
Yeah, it was.
And they got David Montgomery, who was I think a third round pick of the Bears out of Iowa State. So they took somebody else's running back that got drafted early, didn't work out with that team, brought him over. David Montgomery was already pretty good, and then Gibbs was basically just replacing.
He changed the pace for a while.
Yeah, he was facing Swift. He was facing DeAndre Swift, who ironically went over to the Bears and had a pretty good time, pretty good year. So,
so again, it's just about investing that type of draft capital, knowing that now he's going to have to be the workhorse, and the more and more touches he gets, the more and more likely he might get injured, and that's just what history tells you. So. Again, we hate to see the injury happen. I am all for just waiting and seeing what the outcome is, and we're just going to sit and wait for reports. But like Severe said, when everybody kind of stops, the music stops, you get on a knee, and everybody is just kind of pausing for that moment. That's not a good sign. So let's all cross our fingers, hope that Genty does thrive. Because again, to some of the points that my guy said, you know, that's what Clint Kubiak relied on last year, was that dual threat backfield, you know, being able to lean on that run game, and not just one running back, but two running backs. I think we're all fairly excited just being able to see Genty can provide in a certain aspect of the run game, and it looked like Mike Washington Jr. just in these last two games now kind of can be that change of pace, or just provide a different dimension to this run game. So again, we hope that it all works out. We hope that he is healthy and is ready to rock week one. So,
and the thing is, like earlier in this offseason, you know, I was in I don't know if it was on this show or a show I did with Pharaoh, but I was saying that, you know, I don't know how the subject got brought up, but I was saying, like, there's a chance Genty gets hurt this year, statistically speaking, right? Just like if you look at the odds of it, because the fact that he was top 10 in carries or touches last year and missed absolutely no time. The odds were just stacked against him that at some point he was going to end up getting hurt. I didn't think it would be like a serious injury, or, you know, I didn't think it'd be in the off season, but just if you look at just the probability of it all, the fact that he missed no time at all with that amount of touches, usually a guy gets that much work, you know, unless you're Derrick Henry, you're going to get banged up or nicked up at some point and have to miss a game or two. I was thinking like something like that, maximum 3 games. This seems a lot more serious than what that is, which is, you know, if you think about in a practice situation where it wasn't even like a tackle. It was, you know, I think 2 guys going after a pass. It's just it's tough, man. It's a tough situation.
It is a tough go, 100%. Shout out to our guy, man, Rorschach. Jules out there, man. Appreciate you. Hey, it's good to get some gold coins, some flowers, hitting some more over here. Look, we'll see if that happy poop kind of comes around. Jesus Christ with them jewels. All right, cool, man. Appreciate everybody that's rocking again. We hit you guys on Sundays and Wednesdays. Remember, you got Chris Plex Show podcast on this side, got the Severe Raider on 805 Raider Real Talk, Raider Nation. We didn't want to spend too much time on this because we got to break down the game film at the same time until we get news that we might need to be looking for another running back. That's what will hit you guys kind of with our take. But for right now, let's wait and see just kind of what that injury news comes out with. So, but if you guys are over on Twitter or any other platform, jump on over to YouTube. While we do this film breakdown, remember, do us a favor, kind of hit that hashtag Raiders if you got a comment or something like that. It'll catch our eye. But with as many people as I think we've ever had kind of in the building, again, shout out to Chris's X account over there, man. We got 2,900 just viewing from all platforms, which is a damn good showing with that chat. So appreciate everybody rocking with us. So with that being said, let's get into it. Let's break down this game film. What we're going to do is we're going to start with defense first. We're going to start with defense first. And then
Nick Chubb.
I see that one.
Big John.
Yeah. But Big John, I'm going to bring it up. Just get hey, look, Big John, you always are free with your thoughts and words, man. Shout out to you. But we're going to go defense first, and then we're going to jump over the offense. We're going to have Mike Washington Jr.'s run. We're going to break down some of Fernando Mendoza's throws, but we are going to start out with the defense, and then we'll jump over to the offense. Again, if you guys want to get included in the chat, if you guys want to give some feedback, hit that sub button. All feedback is welcome. So, all right, let's share this thing. Let's get into it. Let me bring this comment down real quick. Okay. All right, again, we're gonna talk about the defensive side first. Obviously, I think a lot of us have a little bit of concern with this run defense. The run defense was a little bit rough. A guy that we think has a chance at last year. Obviously, we traded for, but we're trying to figure out who's gonna remain on this defensive line as it relates to depth, right? Or who is even going to play potentially next to Adam Butler. Tonka Hemingway didn't have a good showing week 1 after all the hype coming out of training camp, similar to Deontay Thornton last year, and we didn't see him last week. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Thomas Booker right here. It's something that we told you. Now, Thomas Booker did have 2 good plays, but it's about kind of body of work and being consistent and who's going to take that spot next to Adam Butler. So I got the end zone view as well. We got Thomas Booker right here. And unfortunately, when he goes against a zone scheme, this is what we showed you guys last preseason and all throughout the season last year, is against zone, he is not very good at all. He gets washed down, has bad feet, does not have good agility. So I'm going to play it, and we're going to go to the end zone view as well. Thomas Booker's right here. You'll see him against the run right here. Little zone to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And just gets himself washed down. I got the end zone view. He's right here. Again, against zone, he just cannot keep with his feet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we saw last year, even if a lineman because he has a quick first step, but a lot of times linemen will just hook him real easily, create that running the running lane. This time he just gets completely washed down, is not able to kind of maintain his gap.
Yeah, he just kind of rode him. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's almost like he doesn't have strength or even like a secondary move to bounce back from that. Yeah, like the shed. It's like once he gets going in one direction, it's over. Right.
Yeah. You would hope Cody can make a play right there. He was a step too slow as well. But the McCollum guy, man, I think that guy's gonna make the team.
Oh, the corner? It's a corner or safety?
Yeah, like safety.
Safety, yeah.
Yeah. I think he came up from the Eagles, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Man, this dude.
Well, one of the things that Booker is good at, but again, this doesn't show it. I do have a clip for him because, again, if you guys know, even though we may not be high on a player, we're going to show you the good, we'll show you the bad, right? We're going to be as fair as possible because at the end of the day, I don't want to get too far into this, but if you just listen to the media, again, like Deontay Thornton in last year, if you just listen to the media, man, they're going to basically catfish you with some of these players. I mean, that's just, they're going to hype them up. And all of a sudden, if you don't truly take a look at what the game film tells you and what they look like and understand what you're seeing, it's just not going to work out the way you think it's going to. So here's Thomas Booker on this one. Just got to keep your feet. Even if the run's kind of coming right at you, got to keep your feet. Again, I'm going to run. I only have the end zone view. This is the best view to kind of view it from on this one. This kind of combines with what we saw on the last play, right? He just doesn't have a very good, doesn't have a good ability of just kind of anchoring down. If he feels the running back going the other way, or if he feels the flow of the play going opposite of his momentum, he doesn't have a really good, he doesn't have a good ability of just kind of anchoring down. And you kind of see right here where his right leg just kind of collapses on him. And mind you, this is the backup offensive line. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Starters are still in.
Yeah. Man, you got cooked.
Starters are still in.
Yeah, he did.
We'll do it one more time.
That wasn't Rutledge. Nah, Rutledge at center right now. I'm trying to think who's their guard. Is Drew Scruggs? No, not Drew Scruggs.
All right. So then again, another example. You got I'm gonna pause it. Oh, let me go back. All right, you got Booker down here again. Let me see. Let me go ahead and play this all the way through. Wait, hold on.
Has our other draft pick got any burn? I'm thinking about it. The other safety, Dalton
Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Has he been getting any burn?
He played some in this last preseason game.
Oh, okay.
For sure. I don't remember. I think he did the Cardinals game too, but this last game he did.
Yeah, on this last game, he actually did okay. Again, this is more like third, fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? So he did all right, flash a little bit on just coming up and making some plays.
Yeah.
But again, now this one isn't Booker. This one's actually Laulu, man. Just
ironic that he delivered while he was playing against UPS drivers.
Jesus Christ. Two people to watch for, and we're going to talk about this after I showcased a couple plays. Is, you know, a big conversation is who we're going to take. A lot of people are high on CN Sloan, and rightfully so. But we got Patrick Johnson that's consistently flashing, right? Yeah. So you got Patrick Johnson here. Laulu just kind of gets buckled down a little bit. You want to see him stabilize a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and play this all the way through. But Laulu, you got to watch Patrick Johnson as well. Just does a good job, basically seals, make sure he stays on his outside edge, but then understands the running back commit, so he just kind of crashes down to kind of help out.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is earlier in the game, and so between last week and this week, Patrick Johnson has just consistently been able to show that he belongs.
Yeah.
You know, now we will go and show just a little bit of Booker and doing well, because he did do some good things. But again, what we told you guys before is against zone, not very good. Against power coming right at him, he's a strong human being.
Yeah.
If you run directly at him, all right, he's gonna be able to hold his own.
Oh, that was my boy though that made that play. Booker helped though, but Booker held the spot.
He went down to his knees. Yeah,
that was Pagis though with the one arm tackle.
Yeah,
I have. Yeah, Pagis is here, but we'll look at Booker. I'll rewind it for Pagis.
Like he recovered. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just standing there.
He recovered, but yeah, he just got up and the guy ran right to him.
But yeah, you got Pagis down here. Good play by him.
He gets off the double team. Eichenberg is over there slow dancing. Over there slow dancing, bro. Over there slow dancing. What are you doing, bro?
Was that Cody? Cody got his
Cody
guy
got up the
off
block
me.
quick.
Yeah, Cody got his guy off me.
Eichenberg over there dancing. Whoever
like,
whoever working this camera got epilepsy.
Trust me, the camera work was rough in the end zone. I'm not gonna lie.
They're having seizures regularly.
They were doing something because the whole second half wasn't even zoomed in on the end zone view. So the end zone view I couldn't even get in the second half. So
that's crazy.
Look, we all know Booker has a good first step, and so I will showcase this. You got Patrick Johnson that rushes off the edge. Booker basically just takes outside leverage of this tackle of the guard.
He got busy here. He got busy.
Be able to work his way back inside, and this is his sack. So I definitely want to show the good as well. Booker's right here.
Yeah, I like that.
There you go. There you go.
I like that. That's nice.
He's got a good first step.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Right here.
Yeah, he just beat him off the jump. Yeah,
he beat him off rip. Yeah,
it's almost like the guard thought he was gonna go inside.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, again, now that's versus the backup. So you obviously got to show up for what it's worth. But we do have a couple more. And these are the ones I want to get to. And then we'll talk about the D line here for just a quick second. So let's talk a little bit about the guy that we just picked up, Foley Fatukasi, the guy that we picked up from Houston.
Texans,
from the Texans. Now, the Texans, obviously, they picked up Caden McDonald.
Caden McDonald, yeah.
Right? And they needed to basically see what they had in that guy, so they offloaded Foley Fatukasi. We ended up picking him up, and I'm telling you right now, he actually looks, if we want to talk about depth on this defensive line and a battle for who's going to play next to Adam Butler, no, mind you, take it for what it's worth. He's playing against the backup offensive line. But big boy, he showed out this game. He's right here in the middle. I believe I have the end zone view as well.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's smooth. Who's that?
That's a little Warren Sappish right there.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Was that? And that's Patrick Johnson that cleaned it up too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the beginning. You got him here. You got Patrick Johnson at the same time doing a good job crashing, setting the edge, making sure that that's cleared, and then he settles, make sure his feet are stable to
he got off that ball. He got off that snap, man.
That's how they did Meredith last.
It happened too.
He got off that snap.
He did, man. That was a quick get off. Tyreek can never in his life.
Oh, Tyreek, man.
Can't go one game from without bringing up Tyreek.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's
yeah.
I can rock with that.
Not just to showcase Fatukasi, but I mean that's a hell of a play. Even if Fatukasi even just got stalemated, or the interior D line did a good job of creating kind of that wall, Patrick Johnson would have had a really good chance of scraping down that line of scrimmage and making the play. And so he's just consistently making plays as well. We got another one here. This is Fatukasi as well. He's right here. Looks like he's a little bit of a three-tech over the guard. I got end zone view.
Oh, look at Patrick Johnson. But Patrick Johnson's up there cooking people, man. I don't know if that's a tight end. I don't give a damn. Our third round pick was struggling against tight ends. Patrick Johnson over there destroying people.
So if you look at Fatukasi, just the way that he actually engages and throws his man off and able to sustain his gap. And he's a big boy. I mean, I think he's 6'4", about 320-ish. Yeah. So I'll go back and we'll watch Patrick Johnson as well. But Fatukasi right here in the middle of the screen. Just a good job. Engage, extend with your arms, get that all lineman away from you.
That's nice. That's nice. I like that.
It's a good job. Now we'll go, Patrick Johnson down here again, fighting for this 53-man roster. So, I mean, Patrick Johnson's just been playing physical football every single opportunity that he gets. And so, again, it's all about just trying to figure out who's going to be able to solidify themselves that last spot, maybe in that edge rushing room. He's off the right-hand side. Can't see him too much, but you can see him toss that.
Get off me, little fella.
Toss that offensive block.
Yeah. Look at Tommy Yackenberg's there after the play is over. After the play is already done, he wants to get in on that.
He's our new Tyree this year. We got to at least watch him at least once every play.
Man, a day late and a day short.
Here's Fadakasi again. All right, but again, we will look at Patrick Johnson, but here's Fadakasi right here in the middle. Again, now going against backup, but
I like that. Like, even against a backup. I mean, he's a backup, really. I mean,
yeah,
he doing what he's supposed to do.
Chris, to your point, right? We might be just looking. We just need a solid rotational piece.
Right.
Someone else might start, but if this guy's a solid rotational piece, we'll take it with this.
Right.
He's right here in the middle. That's a damn good job.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go look at Patrick Johnson down here at the bottom of the screen. Again, fighting for just that last spot in the edge rushing room. Damn good job engaging, staying to the outside, containing outside leverage. As soon as he understands that runner commits, then he sinks inside. A lot of times, if edge rushers commit way too quick, it gives that edge up, and now good running backs will bounce it to the outside. I'll play it one more time.
Exactly. That's damn near teach tape. They literally do a drill right like that where they're engaged, they're peeking to one side, they see the runner go inside, they disengage and get inside and make it. That's literally teach tape right there. Like, you damn near can't do that any better than he did it.
The right hand side.
Yep. Keep your head up. Which way? Boom.
Yep.
Pause it. Right on the right hand side. Just, you love this. Engage. And now look, outside arm free, extending
the edge. Arm. Yeah, he kept the edge.
Keep the offensive blocker's body away from you, so you have that ability to be able to get off any other way. Eyes are still, you can see the eyes are glued to the running back, understanding where he's going. As soon as he commits, bang, slip inside. Beautiful.
That's a good play. That's
damn good play.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. I'm gonna get to the linebackers in a second. So here's our opportunity. Okay. So we saw a little bit of the D line, right? We saw a little bit of the edge rushers. And so here's my question. And I'm gonna go big screen and we'll come back. We still got more game film to look at. So with looking at Fadakasi, right? Chat, let me know what you think of this in this D line group right now. Do you think Fadakasi makes the team? Do you think there's somebody else that might kind of take the role as a backup D lineman? Because again, we just don't know who's going to solidify that spot next to Adam Butler. So Chris, I'm gonna throw it to you first, man. Overall thoughts of the D line right now. And man, do you think Fadakasi has a chance based on what we just saw?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really watch him too much, so I'm glad you actually showed me this. But I mean, because overall, I haven't liked what I've seen from the D line collectively. So from what I just even saw right there, he absolutely deserves a spot, on the D line, because at least he's he's doing his assignment. He's showing bursts off the ball. I don't see no way he doesn't make the squad. Especially, I mean, we're weak in that room anyway, so he's showing some promise.
Yeah, Severe thoughts on just Fadakasi based on what you see, and do you think he's got a shot?
Yeah, man, he's definitely got a shot. And I've been cooking the pickup just because, obviously, the Texans, they wanted to upgrade that position. So rather than bringing back Fadakasi, we traded with them to give them Caden McDonald, who, was probably, him and Peter Woods are probably two of the best interior defensive linemen last year in all of the FBS. So, instead of drafting Caden McDonald ourselves, we took the guy that the Texans no longer wanted at that position because they drafted Caden McDonald. But that being said, we just need talent on that interior, man. So we need a guy that can produce. And he looks like the caveat that was against second and third stringers, but maybe he gets an opportunity against some of the first string fairly soon to kind of prove himself. This next preseason game would be the time to do it.
Yeah, and I guess here's the thing for myself is it kind of puts guys, you know, JJ Pegues, he's kind of been up and down as well. Thomas Booker, we showed kind of up and down, more down than up. Honestly, the 2 plays that I showed with Booker on the sack and the 1 play, that's the best that he's really looked in the last 2 preseason games, and he's got quite a bit of snaps. And so with Pegues, it's just trying to figure out. Pegues was a 6th rounder, I believe, and so in year 2, it wouldn't be shocking if a 6th rounder doesn't make the squad. Right, they're kind of still considered kind of bubble guys,
Yeah.
And so just Fatukasi kind of take over really some of these guys that have been fighting for a position. Wouldn't be surprised. Jonah Laulu, he hasn't really flashed too much in the last couple preseason games. He made 1 good play. There was a game that he also just kind of got rolled over, completely moved out of the gap, and so I think it's a complete battle. And I think just going into, and we're going to break down basically our thought of the upcoming game against the 49ers on who should play. But I think it's still going to be a battle on in this interior D line group on just kind of who's going to make this squad. So again, guys, do us a huge favor. If you want to get included in the chat, hit that sub button. If you guys are over on X or what have you, come over to YouTube. Definitely get included in the chat. If you guys don't know, you got Chris Protection Podcast on this side, The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all. Again, if you guys have a comment or something like that, hit that hashtag. Hit that hashtag Raiders.
Yes, okay.
So let's go back up to the big screen. All right. Trading Stukes. I got a couple plays. We're going to take a look at Trading Stukes. It looks like Stukes did a little bit better job this last game. Now, again, we got to keep it into perspective, right? The Raiders, they started all their second-string defenders to start the game. It looked like Houston had basically their starting quarterback, as well as their starting offensive line, but all their receivers were the backups. So again, take it for what it's worth, but it was good to see at least our second rounder kind of getting around and making some plays. This is one of them. It's good discipline by him, just on a boot coming back. And I'm going to go and play it all the way through. I believe I only have the sky view on this one, but Trading Stukes, he's just off the screen on the left-hand side. Again, this is going to be a boot kind of going back to the defense's right. Trading Stukes comes up, makes a really good solid tackle into the flats.
Yeah, that was a good tackle.
Nice.
Actually, I may have the end zone view as well. Yeah, so he's at the very bottom of the screen to start. Again, good little shaky cameraman on the end zone view.
Money Chuck.
I was waiting for something.
And that's
Go ahead.
but this is where
focus. Come on now.
This is where his athleticism pays off, because he bites on the action, on the run action. He bites pretty hard too, but he's such a good athlete that he's able to recover and still have the speed to get outside, and being able to make an open field tackle like that. That's very impressive as well. So that's where his athleticism, he tested off the charts in terms of his 40 time. And I think he had a pretty good vertical jump as well. So you can kind of see the explosiveness right there in a play like that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to play it all the way through again. Honestly, him kind of biting down on the run a little bit kind of helped out, because I think when Stroud kind of pulls his eyes around it, basically this is a flood concept, right? You're going to have someone in the flats. You're going to have basically a mid-range crosser, and then you have a deep clear route, right? Yeah. And so when you go through your progressions, Stroud may have tried to look for this crosser, which just maybe unintentionally Stukes got in that way.
Yeah, he was right there. Yeah.
And he gets to the flat route. His position right now, if Stroud is looking for this mid crosser,
he's covered.
He's in the way. But then he gets down to the flat route.
It's a good play though. It's a good play. Run through.
Good play.
We'll run it one more time through, and then I'm gonna get to the next one when it comes to the secondary. But with that one, it's going to be basically the touchdown run that the Texans had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, severe to your point, good quickness, good job getting downhill, good angle to make sure you secure that tackle.
Yeah.
I'll play this one, but then we'll talk about the secondary because the one guy we definitely got to talk about is McCoy and just his performance overall. So this is the touchdown. Again, we showed JJ Pegues did a really good job. This one not so much. He kind of gets washed down as well. That's right, not washed down. He gets sealed.
Yeah.
Double team. End zone view will show it.
Yep.
Even though McCollum, Chris, you're right. McCollum overall did have a good game. This is the one missed tackle that he had. Kind of cut off Cody Lindenberg a little bit on trying to make that tackle. But you have Pegues. It starts with Pegues. This is just downhill coming at you, and Pegues just gets he allows the offensive line just to kind of get position on him.
Yeah.
Gets doubled. He gets sealed. I will say with Cody does a good job of stepping up. But again, like I've always said with linebackers, you got to read it just like a running back.
Yeah.
So, this is partially obvious on Lindenberg as well. But then you got McCollum that's coming into the screen right here at the bottom.
Yeah, but I say, did Cody guess wrong there? Because it looks like both Pegues and Thomas Booker kind of had that gap secured. So and it looked like Cody jumped into that same gap instead of taking because
Booker was there.
Booker was there and Pegues was there, somewhat, but Cody jumped into that same B gap instead of taking the C.
Yeah, and I'll kind of give you my take on it here in just a second. But we got to hit these jewels, man. We got a couple more. We got healthy living.
Appreciate you.
And you hit with even more, so we're gonna hit you with the Raiders on this one. Appreciate you throwing some jewels out there.
Appreciate you. We're not living healthy though, but appreciate you for that.
Especially now when you go to New Orleans.
Man.
So on this one, I think what happened is, look, this is actually a really good job at the running back, right? The running back did a good job. He looks like he's committing. Cody Lindenberg does I don't want to say a good job, but he just kind of commits a little too quickly to the running back trying to get to this opening. And this is just good vision by the running back.
Yeah.
He did a good job. He kind of set the defenders up, and then he breaks it to the outside. Again, a really good example of setting the defenders up. So I'm going to go back just slightly. Again, good job. Commit. Cody commits a little too early. Now he sees it. Now he's able to bend it outside. Again, just good job of just kind of setting up the defender and then hitting the open lane. So I just think this is a little bit of just Lindenberg just committing just a little too quickly.
Is that McCollum?
McCollum missed one. And then Porter got ran over.
Outside of that one missed tackle.
Yeah, McCollum missed him and Porter missed him, it looked like. And then there go Tommy Eichenberg to the rescue, lady. The play is over. It's Tommy Eichenberg here to make a play after the play is already done.
Man. Hey, No Face. Throwing some memberships out there, brother. I appreciate you, big dog. And congrats, man. I'm already in contact with Cheetah Linus because he was one of the winners of the jersey that we did.
Nice.
Today, and so we're making sure we kind of get the details around the sizes worked out, and I'll be sending you an email soon, man. Appreciate you.
I hope No Face is not the one that asked for the Mendoza. Nah, right now. I think one person asked for Genty, one person asked for Mendoza, one person asked for Bowers.
Bowers, yep.
No Face. I'm hoping you're the Bowers, No Face. I'm hoping you're the Bowers.
I have it with me. Shout out to you. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to the big screen. So now, chat, let me know. All right. We took a look at the secondary, right? But let's talk a little bit about Jamal McCoy's performance, because Jamal McCoy, I think he did just a really good job of recovering off of what we saw week one, right? He got the 2 touchdowns thrown on him. Look, first time he's ever played, he's played football in damn near a year and a half, right? And so a lot of people were critical of him. I thought that it was really shocking that we put him in for that long when it's your first time playing in the last year and a half. So, and again, one of the two was just good throw, good catch. It's just a learning curve for the corner. But based on, and I couldn't get a lot of the clips, but based on what he showed, mind you, going against backup receivers, so take it for what it's worth. But he just looked like he was, man, he was on the hip of a lot of the receivers, right? And I think he started to look a little more comfortable out there. So Severe, I'm gonna throw it to you first this time. Thoughts on Jamal McCoy and his performance in chat. Hit that hashtag Raiders. Let me know what your thoughts are as well, so we can kind of get your input in there. But Severe, what was your thoughts on Jamal?
I mean, I think it was a positive development. I mean, we all know he had some struggles last week, especially in one-on-one, in contested catches situations. But this week, I'm sure he took that personally, and he's been saying that he's close to getting back to 100%, that he's not there yet, but he's starting to feel better and better with each passing day. So, as he starts to feel better, as he starts to get more comfortable, as he starts to knock some of the rust off from not having played football in such a long time, I think we're going to be seeing more improved play as he continues to progress, not only with his health, but with his confidence as well, and with his technique also. So the athletic ability is there. We heard on a messed up knee, he's still around like a 4.38 or something like that.
Right.
Like he wasn't fully recovered. So we know what kind of athlete he is, but it's just about knocking the rust off and, getting the feel for playing football again. It's football's about, your spatial awareness, your understanding of body movements and all that stuff. And when you haven't done it in a long time, it takes some time to kind of get back into that groove. And, and our receivers really ain't the best test for you. So, now he's getting out there against some other teams' receivers. I think he's starting to get a better feel for it, man. So I'm happy to see that he's like feeling better and on a full road to recovery.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And just so you guys know, right after this, we're going to take a look at our third round rookie Crawford. We're going to stick to the defensive side before we get to the offensive side. But Chris, man, thoughts on Jamal McCoy? Again, just in addition to that, let me know what your thoughts are on that penalty. Obviously, he committed a penalty on the opposing team sideline. So what's your thoughts on the penalty? But then overall thoughts on McCoy's performance?
Yeah, the penalty, I mean, I get it. I mean, to me, it was weak, but, it's the NFL being the NFL. It's one of those things. I'm not tripping. I mean, he had a rough week at the end of the day, so he knew he had to go out there and perform. And again, I always for corners, man, I always try to have a lot of patience with them. So I'm not even tripping on him. So I'm glad that he did. He was able to bounce back a little bit. So, he was looking pretty good. But again, it's going to be up and down for him, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. And, like 805 said, it's like a year and a half since he was playing. So, it's a lot of corners. It's about having that confidence, at the end of the day, So if you don't have that confidence, and you're going to struggle.
Facts. We all remember Jacorian Baptist.
I knew you were about to say that. That's why I kept dragging along and talking, because I know you was waiting for me to be quiet. I already knew what I was coming, so I was just I was stalling. I saw his face. He couldn't wait till I stopped talking.
I could not wait. Wash away your sins, man.
Wash away his skill.
I swear, when you see it in Severe's face.
I knew it. I knew. That's what I was like. I was just dragging along.
As soon as you have patience.
Yeah. I was like, here comes a Corey Bennett joke, man.
All right, we're going to take a little bit more of the defense, and we're going to jump over the offensive side. We're going to take a look at Mendoza, kind of what he did, Mike Washington Jr.'s run, a little bit of the offensive line. So we're going to jump to the offensive side here in just a second, but let's go back up to the big screen. Got a little bit more on the defense, and let's talk about our third-round edge rusher. Mental reps, Keyron Crawford. Look, he was up and down last week, right, against really some backups. Didn't really play against the ones, had some good plays, but also had some plays that he's just getting washed down the line of scrimmage, right? He's getting beat up on double teams. He's not very disciplined off the edge. He got beat a couple times, over pursued the quarterback on one pass. Quarterback was still able to get it off, but then completely got beat on the boot. And so we just got to figure out, okay, Who is he? When you pick somebody, when you draft somebody in the third round, you want to see them be an impact player, right? And I think we all can agree, we were the worst team in the NFL, which means you have a lot of holes. And when you pick a player in the first, second, or third round, you want to be able to kind of plug them in as day one starters. It's not like we were top 5 in the NFL and we have a bunch of starters already on this squad.
Right.
We definitely need some day one starters. And so you got Kieran Crawford right here at the top of the screen. Look, a little boot action kind of coming back his way. He's got to be disciplined. He's got to understand where the block is going to come from. That can't happen. I got the end zone view, and let's take a look at who's blocking him. Remember, if I remember the words correctly, Spytek wanted the
violent guy, the violent edge rusher. Yeah, instead of the guy that we need. Instead of the guy that we need.
The violent, edgy guy. So we're going to play this all the way through. I'll pause it. So we got motion coming his way. All right, tight end motions his way. They got basically a bunched 3 receiver set to that side. Kieran Crawford adjusts. He steps on out. So now you got to know, right? And this goes back to like youth football, obviously with high school football. I coached at the high school level, and when you see a bunch set, the number one thing you think of when it comes to being on the edge is crack. Someone's going to crack down on you, whether it's going to be an outside zone, whether it's going to be some sort of pitch coming your way, or play action boot. Is someone going to crack to my outside? That's your first thought process, right? But I'm going to go back just a little bit. This looks like about a 190-pound receiver on the outside of our violent, edgy pass rusher. And you just see what happens. He moves them down. Not a problem. Man. Your eyes have to instantly, in a bunch set outside, you has to go to your outside edge. And if this receiver wants to get to your outside shoulder, you better engage, you better extend, and you better make sure that you can have his body off of yours so you can rip back inside, get upfield, because you got to be able to cut off that boot of the quarterback. So, for example, when the motion comes over, my eyes are instantly on the receiver, ball snap, engage, get him off of you. If boot comes back, now you're sitting where Dalton Johnson is. That's where your position needs to be. And at that point, now you're just extending up the field and cutting him off. But he wasn't able to set his foundation, get proper positioning off of the down block, and it's a completely undisciplined play. And you get beat on the outside. So we'll get to the next one.
What did Dalton drop right there for? Did he was there like did he feel there was a route that was going to be behind him? Because he was pursuing the quarterback, then he dropped.
He's here. This one, he's a flat defender. He's got to get out to the flat, but there's no one there. He's covering grass, so what he should do, if no one's they're basically looks like they're playing a simple match coverage. So you got our corner taking the flat route. Any flat or any receiver that threatens to the flat, he's going to take them. So he matches here. Dalton knows there's no lead coming out, a delayed route. So man, you go get quarterback.
Oh yeah, just go
put a trigger right there.
Yeah.
How did the guy behind him beat him to the ball?
Right, I was thinking that too. Who is that? Who's that linebacker?
I don't know.
The dreads.
Yeah, so Dalton, if there's no delayed release out of the backfield, then he's just got to go quarterback. But a little bit of learning curve for him. I think what was he, 5th rounder?
I believe so. Yes,
I think 5th rounder. So a little bit of learning curve. Here's Crawford again. You got a bunch set. You got help on your outside. So run coming at you. You got to take on this double team. You got to be just better at being able to kind of hold your ground, take on this double team. And look, at the end of the day, I understand 83 is helping out, but you can't give up so much ground. He's right here. A little bit of double team, fight through it. Don't give it too much ground, and then basically just end up on your back.
Who's number 50?
Number 50 for us?
Yeah, linebacker.
Luby. Oh, yeah, Sengun and Luby. 59 is Buddy Johnson. I think that's a guy we just picked up, too, like last week.
So I understand it's a double team, but I mean, he's got the strength, he's got the size. You got to be able to just sustain your ground. You're basically getting washed back into Alubi as well. Just got to do a better job. But again, as a third rounder, there's just higher expectation.
Yeah.
This one again. Now he did have a good play. I'm gonna showcase it here in just a second. Again, we show all sides of it. And then he's at the top of the screen here with the pass rush. And again,
like that little dip move, huh?
A little over pursue. You don't want to go past the depth of the quarterback. You want to be able to have that ability to work back inside.
Yeah. Is that a bend issue? That's like, we saw it. I want to say it was seeing Sloan like week 1, right? Where he made a similar move, but he was able to like had that bend. He's able to turn on a dime and redirect himself toward the quarterback. Now, obviously, Kieran, and he was dealing with a little bit of a better block than CN was, but
with this one again, we're showcasing it. Doesn't mean that this is going to be an ongoing problem, but at the same time, you just kind of see him. He loses his feet, a little bit out of control. He's taking really wide strides, and that's why he got caught overextending. You only want to rush to the depth of the quarterback because you don't want to give that escape route to the quarterback can step up. And now he's got the sideline to take off, right? And so when you take really long strides, sometimes you get caught with the ability to be able to recover and dip back inside. And I think he just gets his feet caught up. And now you just kind of look at just his pass rush ability overall so far is he's over pursued. He hasn't stayed disciplined to the boot coming back. And so is this going to be an ongoing issue? Hopefully he recovers off of it, but we just don't know.
Man, go back to that rep again, man, one more time. This is supposed to be our violent. Look at this hand swipe. This is supposed to be our violent guy, our violent edge. What the hell is that, dog? That's the laziest shit I've seen in my life. What are you doing? Like, you going through the motions, bro?
Yeah, this is a second, third string tackle. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if he's going against a starting offensive tackle, what it might look like. But just got to have a little bit more body control. Again, it looks like he just kind of gets caught up with his feet. Again, the long strides don't help. But you create that opening and that exit for the quarterback to take off and run on third down, and he gets the first down. So hopefully he cleans it up. Again, we're just showcasing it. If it's an ongoing issue, then you'll know this is what he's showing on tape. So hopefully he cleans it up. So let's go back to the big screen real quick, and then we're going to go over to the offensive side. Let's do this. And I know we kind of talked about it briefly, but we saw Patrick Johnson. A lot of people liked the upside of seeing Sloan. Obviously, Crawford's going to make the squad. We all know that. But he has had really up and oh, my bad. Hold on. I promised, and I almost lied to y'all. He did have a good tackle for loss. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up really quick, and then we'll talk about the edge rushers. So he is down here. This is, I believe, a short yardage down, and so he's on the inside. Looks like he's more of like a 5 tech on the outside of the tackle, a little bit head up.
Okay, I like that.
That's a good play. I'll go back one more time.
I like that.
Now, you guys know that's been with us before. My guys know I like watching goal line situations. I like watching short yard situations. Kind of gives us an idea of just the mindset that you have and that you can bring. And so this is good to see out of Crawford. I'll do it one more time, and I have the end zone view as well.
Yeah, I like
that's a good play. That's a good play.
See, and this is kind of like last time he was getting okay, you do have the end zone view. When he was getting double teamed last time, he's a guy, he's an edge rusher. He's not going to be able to hold the point of attack a lot of times. But what you got to do sometimes is you got to get skinny and you got to use the leverage from the other guy to push through the other person and slide in that gap between them and try to penetrate in the backfield that way instead of just getting washed down. And it looked like he did a little bit of that there where he got skinny and he was able to slide through in the backfield.
Yeah. So again, we will show the good because that definitely was a good play by him, especially on a short yardage situation. But again, he's got a lot to still work on. It looks like, and again, he's going against a lot of backups. He played well into the fourth quarter, and so when he's making those mistakes against bubble guys, it's really just not. It's not promising. Let's put it that way. But again, we'll showcase the good as well as the bad. And so, chat, let me know when we talk about the edge rushing room. Again, Crawford's going to make it, but here's the big question. And I think we're going to see a lot again against the 49ers. I think a lot of these guys are going to get playing time that we're about to talk about. But you got Cian Sloan and you got Patrick Johnson. So, chat, let me know, who do you think actually makes this 53? If you had to pick one, whether it's Cian Sloan or Patrick Johnson, which one are you going to go with based on what you've seen week 1 and week 2 in the preseason? Chris, I'm going to throw it to you first this time, man. Which one would you go with? And which one do you think just has the bigger upside?
Yeah, I like Patrick Johnson, to be quite honest, because I mean Sloan, he kind of similar game to Kuntz a little bit, but I like what I saw in Johnson as far as just him being physical. I feel like he can play the run and pass. So I think he can provide some good depth for us there. And he seemed like he has a motor too. I mean, he gets after it.
He does, for sure. And just for, just so everybody knows, I believe Patrick Johnson, I believe he's 30 years old. So he's been in the league.
20, he's 28. I think he's 28, I think. 28, yeah.
And so
Foley is like 31, 32.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, you're right. Cian Sloan, obviously undrafted free agent this year, so young kid, has many more years in front of him. So just to kind of throw that out there as well. But
you got Pacifico, brother. Some Pacificos, man. Did you pour some Smirnoff ice inside of there, man?
Nah,
trying to play
that. That's Leo, man. That's so Cheeto Linus, man.
Try to play it up.
That's Cheeto Linus.
Where's Cheeto Linus?
Got to make it look good for the camera. Let me.
Chris with the funnel. Isaiah, man, you got Johnson over Sloan, easy. You got Rick L's got Sloan. Houston, from LA, what's going on? You got Johnson. All right. Severe, man, thoughts? Who are you taking? Cian Sloan or Patrick Johnson?
I'm going Patrick Johnson too, man. I'm going Patrick Johnson too. He's kind of been around the block a little bit. See out there, he wants it, man. You could tell that dude. He wants it. He's playing. That's a guy that's playing with some violence. That's a violent edge right there, right? So, and I also think that since he was a UDFA, we might be able to slide Cian Sloan onto the practice squad, still keep him around, get him around Deuce Gruden, whatever that dude's eating, we have Cian Sloan get on that same kind of diet. I mean, that's what they did with Max. Max, they just took Max was walking around with Deuce Gruden like a backpack. He just carried him around like a backpack, and just wherever he went, he was got him in the weight room, him and AJ Nywell. And so I think we can do similar things with Sloan, right? And I think Sloan is going to be a guy that I think can be a contributor in the future. But right now, we need a little bit of a veteran presence on that defensive line as well, outside of Max and Kuntz. I mean, at least in the defensive end room. So I like to have a guy like Patrick Johnson there as well.
Yeah, if they went purely youth movement a little bit, then maybe you try to keep Cian Sloan. But, the one thing I noticed when I went to training camp, Cian Sloan, he's got a motor. We all can agree to that. But he is also, I see Rick L, you're saying 6'3", 239. I don't even know if he's 6'3". I think he was listed at like 6'1", maybe 6'2". I could be wrong.
239.
That's like linebacker size.
Yeah, I thought it was like at least 250.
239. 239 is that's like what Brock weighs, probably.
Yeah.
Or he probably maybe even smaller than Brock.
I think he's smaller than Brock.
And so height-wise, for sure.
But I'll tell you right now, when I was at the training camp, and you're looking at the D lineman, you're looking at that, or not the D line, like the edge rushing room, and you're sitting there going, "Holy shit, this guy, he's not very big at all." Like, obviously, he's young, he's kind of grow into, go into himself. But if you go youth movement, maybe, but I do think that there's a chance that if Cian Sloan goes to the practice squad, I just don't know if someone picks him up automatically.
Exactly.
He might be on the practice squad for just a little bit again, because I do think he's just undersized as an edge rusher. And that's the only tape other teams have on him right now outside of college, is him just on the edge.
Yeah.
Now, if he was a linebacker and was producing, that might be a different story.
Yeah.
But they solely have tape on him in the NFL with preseason as an edge rusher. So you might be able to get away with him just being on the practice squad. But if you go after somebody that literally just shows he could produce and do it today, because Cian Sloan showed flashes, whereas Patrick Johnson looked solid every damn play out
there. Yeah.
And he played in the first quarter to the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think if you go after someone that is consistent, that if someone goes down, you can put him out there and you hope that you don't fall off too much.
Yeah, get solid reps from him. Solid reps. Yeah.
So I think for myself, if I'm choosing, I'm definitely going Patrick Johnson.
Because Cian Sloan was a linebacker at NC State, right? He didn't play edge in college. Did he play a linebacker?
He was both. They moved him around a lot.
Oh, moving around. Okay. He's like a Carl Nassib, minus the other stuff. Yeah.
Raquel, you're right. So the Raiders do have him marked at 6'3". So he is 6'3", 239. So Raquel, you're right. Honestly, I think his draft profile had him like a little bit smaller, but he looks small out there.
Yeah,
I sure just don't know if that flies.
Isaiah said he looks 6 foot 220, and the thing about the practice squad is that for somebody to take a player off the practice squad, they have to sign them to the active roster. So that means they have to put them on their actual 53-man roster. So like that's why it's I know we worry about guys that getting stolen off our practice squad, because it does happen. But you think about it, like all these teams and all these fan bases have guys they're putting on their practice squad as well.
They like
that their fan, that they like that their fan base think, oh, I don't want this guy to steal this guy, because so it is all 32 is going through the same thing. So I think he'll be relatively safe in our practice squad.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, all right, let's go. We're gonna get over the offensive side. We talked about the defense. The only last thing that I'll state on the defense is it did seem like Robbie Leonard was bringing some pressure on Thursday. And so it was good to see. It looks like he's going to try to be able to kind of blitz a lot of the corners. He's going to blitz some safeties off the edge. And so if this is just a little bit of a dose of what maybe Robbie Leonard's going to bring to the defensive side, he might be bringing some pressure, which could be very exciting. Obviously, having guys like Jeremy Chin and Quay Walker, those type of guys that you can blitz from all areas of the field, I think it could be fairly exciting. So, okay, let's get to the offensive side. Let me bring up. We're going to go over Mendoza last. Let's go. We're going to hit you guys a little bit with the Mike Washington Jr.
RB1.
Yeah,
people going.
Okay. Now.
People going, oh, Severe, you're a little too happy, our Severe.
Where's John Bat? God damn it. We're gonna take a look at the run. Obviously, he had a damn good flash run last week. He ended up doing it again this week. I think we all knew he can kind of bring that change of pace a little bit. So I'm gonna run this all the way through. I got the end zone view as well. Hey, remember, guys, do us a favor. Hit that hashtag Raiders if you guys got a question, comment. Also, if you guys are over on X, if you guys are on other platforms, head on over to YouTube, check us out. Get in that chat, because we do a sub-only chat just to show our appreciation to all of our subscribers. So appreciate everybody that's tapping in. Here we go. We're going to run all the way through. This is Mike Washington Jr.'s run, a little bit of motion with Hayward into the backfield. Good little draw action. Good job. Gets behind that offensive lineman, just finds that hole and
look at that.
Takes off. I'll go end zone view.
You know, the only thing about it, I just feel like it takes him a while to get to his top speed.
Top speed, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like people try to like compare him to like McFadden or something. McFadden had a different type of speed, like McFadden's house in that.
Yeah,
I just felt like
house in that.
Yeah, but he has a speed, but it takes him a while to build up to it. It seems like.
But if he got through he got through that lane pretty quickly. I think he tops out fast.
You think so?
Because he gets through there pretty quick.
Cause that's not his top speed right there.
Yeah.
That's not a 4. He's a 4.3 guy,
4.3, 4.32, I think, right?
4.32? Yeah, I feel like he ain't.
So, but if you watch 22 that catches him, 22 just had the slightest just jump on him. 22 got in his sprint right before Mike Washington did, because Mike Washington starts to cut right. So it's right here.
That should have been a house call.
22 is already in his sprint.
You think
a house call.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
See, but he makes that last little cut right there too. I think that kind of, if you'd have kept it straight, I think he might have.
He might have.
He was trying to. Remember you playing Tecmo Bowl? You got a zigzag. I'm showing my age a little bit. But you got zigzag, you're gonna get caught.
Oh man.
Here we go. Okay. Shout out to you with the update, big dog. You said breaking news: Ian Rappaport, Raiders running back Genty, who was helped off the practice field today, is believed to have a sprained ankle.
Bro. Yes. Dog. Look, man. Look, bro.
Here we go. Look,
man. Bro. Look, I'm gonna take y'all back. I was 14 years old. Trying out for the varsity basketball team, right? One of the things we have to do, we have to run under a 6-minute mile to make the varsity basketball team. And my first high school was poor. We had a dirt track. I sprained my ankle. It was like a grade 2 or 3 sprain. I sprained my ankle like midway through. I finished the mile in 7 minutes and 15 seconds. This man gets paid millions of fucking dollars, and you're getting carried off the field by 2 other people that's making 6 figures with other millionaires praying for you for a sprained ankle. Dog. What are we doing? Ronnie Lott broke his finger, got the shit cut off mid-game to continue to play. And this motherfucker left practice and had a fucking candlelight vigil for a sprain. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm changing my thumbnail, bro.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad he's okay. Well, I can't say okay, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I will say though, what's tough.
Some sprains can be bad.
Sprains can be bad. I mean, sprains, especially being a running back, sprains could be bad. I mean, you could be out 6 weeks because of a sprain.
If it's a high ankle sprain, If a high ankle sprain is high ankle sprain is tough. Those are usually the worst ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I remember after I was done with playing football, I had to figure out how to be in shape somehow. And so instead of running, because I hate just running, I'd go and play 5 or 6 games of basketball. And I rolled my ankle a couple times, and you're out of commission. You're done.
Yeah.
And so I know, like, rolling your ankle, spraying your ankle, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, like, you could be done for 5-6 weeks easily.
Yeah. Nah, I had those industrial the ankle braces. I had to wear 2. I had the one where you had to tie and then had the Velcro around the tie. I had that joint. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, because your foot would just be like at a 90-degree angle the whole time. Them bad boys, yeah.
So, like, I hope at the end of the day, it's a sprain that he's gonna be able to recover from, and maybe at the very least, let's hope, maybe he misses the first couple games or something like that. Hopefully, he doesn't miss at all. But let's just hope that we get more news, and the news continues to trend in the right direction. So,
I'm glad it's nothing too serious. I mean, that's a relief, because you don't want him to lose. He's a young player in the league. You don't want him to lose like damn near entire year of development. But yeah, man, come on.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's see. Jeff, I see you, man. I'm hitting you with the Raiders. member for 7 months. You said, I love running. I do it every day in my dream. Jeff, I don't know, bro. Like you might be running from casino to casino when you come out here in that home opener. that heat hit different. So
Jeff is running these YouTube streets. That's what he's running.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. The thing with Mike Washington though is if you watch both situations, he is a true 4.3 guy. Obviously ran the combine. Like this kind of goes to show that 4.3 doesn't necessarily mean you're an absolute burner and you're gone every time.
Yeah, it's different.
4.3 just means that you're going to be able to turn maybe a 10-yarder into like a 30, 35-yarder. Maybe if no one gets a jump on you, you could take a yard. But that's why we've tried to say as much as possible. And again, not to kind of, bring
Be a dead horse.
But like Genty, he didn't even run the 40. If he's like a 4.48, 4.49 guy, that's why he doesn't have that breakaway speed. Because if 4.3 gets caught like this, 4.4, good luck. 4.4 ain't fast no more in the NFL. That's average.
Yeah.
So with Mike Washington Jr. being able to have that speed, I think this is what allows him to kind of have more of just those flash runs. And that's why I said when we drafted him was, look, I wouldn't be surprised that even if it's a 70-30 carry share in the backfield, Mike Washington might have close to the same amount of yards as Genty because he'll just have these type of long runs. And now back-to-back games, he's shown it. Where Genty had how many carries last year and showed it twice. 17 games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think with Mike Washington, it's good to have that 1-2 punch, but let's just hope Genty comes back and we can truly have it. So, all right. Great job by Mike Washington. Again, we'll play it one more time. Again, really good job. Offensive line is able to kind of create that wall. He kind of gets behind that wall, but at the same time, this is actually very similar, and I will admit to it. It's very similar to that Genty run against the Texans. Because remember when Genty kind of had that wall that he kind of hit behind, was really untouched, and Genty was able to kind of just spurt out to the left of the Houston defense last year. This is very similar to that run where he just kind of gets behind both Meredith as well as Caleb Rogers, and then he just kind of sees it, and bang, now he's got that opening. So good job of the offensive line getting a decent push.
You can tell he was mad. You can tell he was happy, but you can tell he got up. He was like, damn.
Yeah, he wanted the house that.
He wanted the house that. I don't think he scored yet, right?
Nah, not yet.
Yeah, damn. Dylan Lobby and Jack Besh have touchdowns. My guy, Mike Washington.
Here's the next one. All right. And I believe I only really have one from it, but obviously we're going to talk a little bit. Actually, let's do this really quick. Now that we know it's a high ankle sprain, who do you think, based on the first 2 preseason games, and we'll make this quick so we can get to the rest of the film breakdown. Chat, let me know. Who do you think is going to make kind of that third running back spot, right? We have Obawale that is now kind of flashing. He had a couple decent runs. Let me kind of just showcase the runs really quick. This is Labe's run. Really good job bouncing it to the outside. We're going to show Obawale's run as well. This is a really good job. Obviously wide open. Running back. Find open space.
That's good vision, though.
Good job.
That is
good vision. Because there are other runners that would just, I'm about to put my head down and try to plow through here.
Exactly. Now, other thing I want to showcase, because I'm gonna tell you, Chris, I'm just gonna be dead honest. It's a little bit of a one-off, but look at your boy right here. Look at your boy Alberto.
I already know, man.
Seal him off. Look at that.
I already know, man. Quit playing.
All right, Alberto.
Quit playing with him, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you gonna do it, man? He gonna do a hell of a job in the CFL.
Out there looking like Jeremy Shockey, man.
He'll be a hell of a CFL player.
Like Jeremy Shockey out there.
Do not. Let me bring up other plays. But hey, Alberto, I'm gonna keep his flowers right there. All right, here's Obawale. Really good job. I mean, this is a really good run by him. Just kind of getting to the hole. Great blocking at the point of attack. I'll give it to him. got a little bit of double team. Will Putnam. I'm blank on the kid's name, the guard, but he's basically a bubble guy. He won't make the team.
Oh, is it
great
nice.
Steal out. Good job.
Or something like that.
Kind of getting to the receiver. Obviously, great running lane, and then Obawale just does the rest. And then we'll talk about the running backs.
Man, yeah, he got out there. Yeah, 13. He should have had a clean block. It would have made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is I'm gonna tell you right now, Malik Benson.
Yeah.
Horrible run blocker. Horrible.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm telling you, he's just getting manhandled.
Yeah.
So really bad run blocker. Let me see. I do see this Rorschach man becoming a member. Appreciate you, big dog. So real quick, we got a couple. Rick out, you're saying Hemby to make it. Big Luck, you're saying Lobby. Let's see. Cole Kev, Obawale, Lobby fighting for that last running back spot. And so, Chris, I'm going to throw it to you first this time. Who do you think makes that third running back spot, or at least has the upper hand right now? And maybe this third preseason game is going to solidify it. But who do you think maybe has the upper hand?
I think Lobby, to be honest, because I think you can do more with him catching the ball out the backfield, more of that change of pace guy. Yeah, I think him, to be quite honest.
Severe, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been saying for a while, man, Dylan Lobby. I mean, I think, even if he doesn't end up winning the kick returner or punt returner jobs, because Devin Tompkins looked pretty good doing that. So it's a chance he makes the roster on that alone. He also plays in the, in the coverage units as well. So then the fact that you see he can catch the ball at the backfield, he had a little bit of nice vision right there on that bounce to the outside on the touchdown run. Showed the speed as well. So I think they like him. So I think he's a guy that they end up keeping around. I know you like Ogunbowale though. I know that's your guy.
I like him again, just as much as Lobby can contribute in special teams. I think Ogunbowale can contribute in just getting down there and making tackles. He showed it all year last year for Houston. He already proved he could be a good third down running back. With Houston, they utilized him as such. He got plenty of plays as the third down back, but then you see him run like that. Yeah, Lobby did a good job as well. And so it really just depends. Do you kind of go with the youth movement with Lobby, or do you go with Ogunbowale? I do think that this third game is going to have to solidify it, in my opinion. Whoever performs better in that third game, I think maybe gets that spot. So, and I wouldn't be mad at both, but I do like Ogunbowale. I think he just can contribute more in special teams by getting down there and making tackles. But I think if you put him in on third down, there's no question as to whether or not he can contribute and help, especially now that if Genty has to miss a couple games because of this ankle sprain, you might need somebody that is fairly reliable. Whereas Lobby, just don't know how reliable he is just yet. So
yeah, but if you got Mike Washington and Dylan Lobby, then you have Thunder and Whitening. So
oh man.
All right, so let's go offensive line just a little bit, okay? And so obviously we have a big question mark on who's going to be the guards, right? JPJ most likely starter, Spencer Burford starter, but are they the guys that are going to take that spot? We have Caleb Rogers, right? That's going to fight for it. Again, I've kind of just given up on Jordan Meredith to be able to be a guard in this team, not because he's not any good, but because the guy staff as a backup center. But look at Caleb Rogers, right? This entire game, Caleb Rogers had a really, really tough time getting to the second level. I'm going to showcase just one example, but it was all over the game film. You see him here, he doubles, but he just misses getting to the second level. This is where Mike Washington just gets beat up in the backfield. You get a little bit of a motion. So you see the linebackers kind of move down. You can see the safety appear into the box, right? Here's Caleb Rogers, right here. You got to be able to double, and you got to be able to help to get to the actual box safety. You got to double, and you can't commit. You have to be able to get off of this block. Jordan Meredith has to be able to get to the other shoulder, and you got to be able. There is somebody coming in to help out, but with Caleb Rogers, you got to be able to take a good angle and get to that box safety.
Mm-hmm.
All right. because when the linebackers move down, the safety comes into the box. You now know you just got to basically give a hand. Meredith, you got to get better position, but I don't think he can move over quick enough because Caleb Rogers just stuck way too long. And you got to be able to at least get to the body of 28. So then now Mike Washington has the ability to at least make a cut off of your block.
Yeah.
You can see he's looking. He sees him. As soon as he detaches, he knows, shit, I got to get to 28. It's slow to get there. And you saw it all over the game film throughout the entire night.
Yeah.
So
somebody did their job on that play. I mean,
I
don't know who it is. That guy over there on the left.
We gotta get
he laid a hell of a block.
Zune had a pretty solid game this week. Last week. He's able to get to the second level pretty good. But you got Zune at the top of the screen. They run basically just a little bit of a pick stunt in front of him, between him and Rogers.
They both got cut.
Hold on. Nope, this is a different one. Hold on. Let me look. Yep, never mind. This isn't the good stuff. This is not the good stuff. Okay. They run the defense runs a little pick stunt again. Just bad communication between both Rogers and Zune. Zune's got to do a better job of just wash your man down, knowing that someone is looping around, right? Pass them to Rogers. Rogers got to do a good job as well, is be able to honestly stay on your feet, understand that pick stunt's coming. This is what the D line does all throughout the league now. It happens all the time. And they got to do a better job communicating, but also Zune, you just can't commit.
Yeah. I mean, Tyree was eating off that TE stunt, man. That was the only way he was getting sacked. That was the only way he was getting sacked, man. Adam Butler is the pick man. Tyree, rolling over there, unblocked.
So right here, Zune, as soon as he sees 50 cross his face trying to go down inside, okay, pass him. All right, Caleb Rogers, you got to be able to see if 91 actually, I'm going to go back. If 91 attacks your outside shoulder, you got to know and understand, okay, if he attacks my outside shoulder, my eyes have to know if 50 is coming in, because if he is, all right, that's an instant pick stunt.
Yeah.
And Zune's got to be able to understand that as well.
And they even had, Albert, is that Ian Thomas? Ian Thomas.
I'm about to say, don't play. Albert would have got him together. Albert Jeremy Shockey. Oh, can't even say his last name, but you get
exactly. They even had like a little, the kind of tight end running through. You think that would like delay the stunts a little bit as well, but even with that extra fraction of a second, it didn't help those guys get in a better position.
Yeah, I mean, overall, again, I'm showing just a bad play of Zune, but overall, there were times where Zune did a good job taking very good angles to the linebacker, getting to the second level. Whereas Caleb Rogers, complete opposite. All game long, Caleb Rogers struggled. So again, I think we're going to have a pretty decent competition as to who's going to play guard, who's going to be the backup tackles in certain positions. It looks like they are really working Zune as the backup off the tackle. So definitely something to pay attention to and watch for in this next preseason game, because I'm sure these guys are going to get a lot of burn. So,
and I think JPJ he returned to practice today. I think, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
I think so. I think I read that somewhere.
Okay, let's get to the Mendoza ones. All right, we're going to break down a little bit of Mendoza, and then we're going to end it off with that. If you guys don't know, again, do us a big favor. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that sub button. And right next to me is The Severe Raider. On the other side is Chris Protect Show Podcast. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. We hit you guys on Sundays and Wednesdays. Wherever you're at, either hit the follow button, hit that like button. The most we've had of all platforms, we have shout out to Chris's X account, man. You got over 3,300 right now in the building viewing us right now, which is an awesome turnout. So if you guys are over at X, jump over to YouTube as well, hit that sub button, show the support on all channels, man. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. Let's go Mendoza. All right. Obviously, up and down day for Mendoza, but we're going to take a look at a few throws. Now, this is basically his first throw. And then we're going to talk about it. This is his first throw. I want to kind of go through the entire play, right? You basically got Ian Thomas. He steps off. Jalen Naylor steps on. What I want you to look at is Mendoza right now. You see the corner playing off, right? Mendoza right before, hold on, let me go right here, right? He motions him over. Now Mendoza is making some sort of call. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to claim to know what it is. But basically, this corner is now showing him an off look. And the play is a simple hitch to Jalen Naylor. To me, I feel like this is just Mendoza not going back to seeing what that corner just did. Because to me, it doesn't look like you're going to run a simple hitch if that corner now comes up and plays press man. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming that it was a run call, a run play, and now prior to that corner playing off, he goes to a check, and now he's going to try to throw a quick hitch. And
my God. Oh, yeah. That was the first pass. That's first pass of the game, yeah.
First pass of the game. So, again, I'm not going to claim to know what he audibled to, but it was a clear audible with that corner playing off. And then that corner, after that audible, stepped up and pressed the receiver. And maybe, in my opinion, Fernando probably took his 3-step drop, looked over, saw that corner on him. Maybe he threw it over a little bit intentionally. I don't know. But just to me, it was a bad read by Fernando. And maybe you just execute the run if that was what was originally called.
The Kamara last year, that's a house call.
Yeah.
So this is actually a really good completion by Fernando. Before we get into it, man, DKIC. We did. We actually talked about it at the very beginning of it, man. So definitely when we're done, go back, rewind, go check it out. We talked about Genty's injury, but we just found out that it's a sprained ankle. Don't know how bad it is. And so we'll kind of wait to hear more information, man. But I appreciate you throwing a super chat out there, big dog.
I'm trying to think. Didn't Jeremiah Love suffer a high ankle sprain in the game against us?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
No comment. Yeah. No comment.
But okay, so here. This is a good throw by Fernando, and I'm gonna play it all the way through. I got the end zone view as well. You got Jalen Naylor. You got basically a press corner sitting in front of him. You got a single high safety, or two high safety set, but a safety sitting just outside the hash. Good ball placement right outside that sitting safety.
Right there.
Great ball placement.
It's a really good route by Naylor as well. If you watch Naylor actually presses to the outside of the corner, kind of freezes the corner, make sure the corner holds his position to allow Naylor to get that inside break. I'll play it one more time, then I'll go end zone view. But watch Naylor's release, get after him, freeze him, bang.
Yeah, that was good.
Good route by Naylor. Yeah. I'll go end zone view. Now, as we're watching it, the one trend that I am seeing with Fernando is and this is what we saw at Indiana, when his first read is there, he tends to have a good, clean release, good velocity on the football, right? Good footwork. It's just when it's there, it seems like a good ball majority of the time, but it's when he's got to get to that second or that check down, or he's got to move in the pocket, everything starts to get really shaky. Right. But if that first read's there, he's on it. Right. He's got to get better, which going through that progression.
Is that the same? I can't remember. Is that the same concept that he threw to Malik Benson? It was a similar throw where it's a kind of a layer throw over the linebackers and in front of the safeties. I don't remember if it was the same concept.
Similar concept because Naylor's kind of running that comeback route a little bit. Okay. It was a little bit more inside, but again, it just could be the difference of receivers running their routes. But it does look like a very, very similar concept. And again, good ball placement by Fernando.
Yeah, very, very good ball placement.
Okay. Now we'll get to there's a few more throws, but we'll definitely get to the interception because obviously that's been what has been talked about. All right. So we'll take a look at this interception. Basically a very simple flood route concept. You got Hayward that gets to the flats. You got Malik Benson that's going to try to get to the corner. You got Jalen Naylor that's going to get to a just a deep out route. Again, tiered flood route concept. And then you're going to have basically a delayed release to the middle of the defense with Mike Washington Jr. So we're going to play it all the way through, and then we'll break this thing down. And I also have the end zone view. Fake handoff, well, delayed release by Mike Washington, and picked off. We're not going to watch him run it all the way back.
Yeah, Fernando. I love the effort out of Fernando on trying to stop
He was trucking, man.
That dude, the way he dove, you asking to get hurt.
Yeah, right on that shoulder.
Yeah, man. You get that's a separated shoulder.
Yeah,
easy.
So there's a lot to kind of pick apart with this one, in all honesty. And
he was moving though. Fernando was moving. I'm mad.
And so basically on this one, right? Again, you got Malik Benson that's trying to get to the pylon. He's running that deep corner out, clearing everything out. And again, I couldn't get the end zone view. They didn't give me the view to kind of see the receivers at the same time, which sucks. The one thing that Fernando is going to have to figure out is college open and NFL open are very different things.
It is.
And so in order to be able to complete a lot of passes in the NFL, you have to throw with anticipation. You have to throw before the receiver it gets into their break or even makes their break, right? And so if he would have tried to hit Malik Benson, there was a chance for him to be able to put on the back pylon, throw it where Malik Benson can get it. There was a chance. Now you have also Jalen Naylor. And again, we're just going to take a look at the routes. Jalen Naylor, he runs kind of inside.
Yeah, like
it takes a little bit to kind of get into his route.
Yeah, but I think he could have got it there though.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean, right there is open.
Yeah,
right there is open.
And as long as you put it out there, like towards the sideline, you know, you're where no one else can get it. You gotta take that shot.
Yeah, like you said, throw it to the sideline.
Going there, yeah,
throw it to the side. Like you said, he did a real good job on the comeback route to Naylor, where he kind of threw him open, right? Like Naylor was a little bit closer to safety. Fernando led him a little bit closer inside to make it a little bit of a safer throw. And I think that was fantastic ball placement where you show your ability to kind of throw a guy open a little bit. The same situation here where you see that, man. As soon as he makes that break, you see that little bit of separation. You cut that thing right on the other side of the one. Right on the other side of the one. Yep.
That's NFL open.
And he has the arm to do it. So I can see if it's like, I can see Kirk not throwing that. Kirk, maybe you don't throw that, Kirk. But Fernando, bro, you let that thing rip.
So at the end of the day, right, Fernando Mendoza has to do a better job because he did not throw a lot of NFL concepts at Indiana. He just didn't. We showed it in the offseason. And so he's going to have to understand really the timing of these routes because right now the ball should be out. And that's either you're throwing here, or you're checked down to the flats, or you got Mike Washington. Mike Washington, he's showing his numbers. This is when the ball should be out. But the problem is that Fernando just holds the ball longer than he needs to. And that's what Fernando struggled with at Indiana. Didn't have a lot of experience with Indiana and was my biggest question mark coming into the NFL is he going to be able to understand NFL concepts and be able to make this type of throw? So we got a tiered concept. Right now the ball needs to be out. So and it's delayed. Now Mike Washington, he moves over to his left, right? But you got the flat wide open. Yeah. Now we're going to go to the end zone view. I'm not going to watch the runner take it to the house. But the one thing when it comes to quarterback play is a lot of times when you aren't comfortable in the pocket and you don't have the best pocket presence, sometimes where you look is where you drift, and that's not good. Some quarterbacks can get away with it because you have the experience, you understand it. But some quarterbacks, when you look left, you have this natural progression to drift
that way. Yeah.
Right. And that's not good, especially when you have to be able to, when you want to be able to stay in the pocket. But it's also when you take your hitches, where are your hitches? Right now, Fernando's hitching to his left, which isn't good. Even though he's looking left, watch where his hitch should be. Gets to his drop, right? Right now, he wants to hitch left, right?
The pocket's there. The pocket's there to step up.
Yeah.
But he's like, when he gets to his final drop, when he gets to his final step in his drop, he's already leaning left.
Leaning that way. Yeah.
He's
You
already
can
in
tell
that
hits
place.
and feet. You can tell it all.
When you drift,
Yeah.
when that happens, the ball should be out already. The ball should be out. You got a wide open flat route. If you want to throw with anticipation and be able to get to that ball to the back pylon to Malik Benson, or to that out route with Jalen Naylor. And yes, I actually think Jalen Naylor need to be quicker on his route. Get out there.
Yeah, he rounded it a little bit. Yeah.
The ball needs to be out. But what happens is because Fernando drifts left, Mike Washington already showed him his numbers. He's gonna drift with him.
He's gonna drift with him
with the quarterback.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
A scramble drill.
That's what you're taught as a skilled position player. When the pocket breaks down and the quarterback is in trouble, you sink to the level of the quarterback because you don't want them throwing back across their body. You want to present yourself as a target to the quarterback so they can see you, so they can throw it to you. Like they tell you all the time, you never throw late back across your body over the middle of the field. Like that's the cardinal sin. You don't do it. That's why they tell you in these situations, sink to the level of the quarterback. Get in his first of all, you get in his line sight, his sight, and then you present yourself as a target to make a throw vertically, not backwards. So Mike Washington did what he was supposed to do right there, but Fernando thought he was going to do something else. But he should know those rules as well. It's like this. That's like basic when you start passing in Pee Wee football. That's like you're like what 9U, 10U. Like that's when you start passing a little bit more. I said tell you that then.
Yeah. Well.
But with drifting that far, Mike Washington is going to adjust. And when you run a zone concept, you also have to be aware of the spacing. The receivers have to be aware of the spacing at the same time. And I'll tell you right now, there's plenty of spacing. So Mike Washington, him actually drifting with the movement of Fernando is perfectly fine. Fernando's got to be able to see that. He's got to understand. You got to lead him. And so, but ultimately, because he's already drifting that way, I'm going to go back. Because he's already drifting that way, let me try to get to it. There's your check down. Just hit it.
Right.
There's no reason for you to go back to Mike Washington.
Yeah, live another day.
You've already committed to this side of the field for the most part. And so you got to be able to either you're already going to throw anticipation to the corner out, that's fine, to Malik, or there's your check down. You hit it now. Get the ball out.
Yeah.
So, but to try to get back to this check down, and that's honestly, I think that's a habit that he had at Indiana because that's the type of check route that he always would hit at Indiana. So, but there's your check down right there. It's wide open. So, because you've already drifted out, you've already drifted to your left. There it is. You're not gonna throw back across the field that late at the same time. So, again, a lot of people are saying it's on Mike Washington. He's going to drift with the quarterback. Now, is that something that they both need to work out? Of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also Mendoza has to know that's what he's doing. So, I'm not going to watch him run it back, but that's basically, again, he's going to make mistakes. The problem is, though, is that it sounds like he's making a lot of these mistakes. It's not just in the game, but he's making these mistakes at joint training camp. He's making these mistakes, joint practice. He's making these mistakes also just in training camp. A lot of pick sixes coming out of Fernando Mendoza. So we got to figure out like, what is he not processing?
Yeah.
And he's got to improve on it. Yes, you could chalk it up as rookie mistakes, and that's fine. But these better improve pretty quickly.
Yeah. And the thing with the Naylor route is that Naylor sees Fernando sees Naylor. He can leave Naylor where he wants him to go on that route. So if he wants Naylor to flatten out, throw the ball to where he has to flatten out. And it's either an incompletion or he gets there, right? And so that's when you're the quarterback, you have that power to do those things. Like that's like they're just your job essentially, and that's something he's going to have to learn because like I think that was a pretty bad route by Naylor. But Fernando throws that thing right when he breaks, leads him outside. Naylor's going to see the ball and he's going to have to adjust to it. And that's the thing when you're a NFL quarterback, you want to throw guys open. Like that's the power you have. And not only does that make you a better quarterback, but that makes your receivers better wide receivers as well. So that's something he's going to learn. Didn't have to do a lot of it at Indiana because the routes they were running were a lot of the same stuff, and there was a lot of the similar concepts and a lot of RPO type stuff. So that's not something he had to really have much experience with, but in the NFL, he's going to have to learn that really, really quickly.
And he's going to have to learn to honestly not take unnecessary hits. His pocket presence is not good. And him not at least taking that initial hitch, you got to be able, with a quarterback, when you get to the top of your drop, you got to be able to change the angle of the edge rusher. The edge rushers are going to take an initial angle when they're rushing the quarterback. That hitch up changes the angle of that edge rusher. So that's going to be the difference between you taking a full shot to the back or the chest and that edge rusher just getting an arm on you. So that's one of the reasons why hitching up kind of helps, and not in every case, but that just attributes to the pocket presence. And again, I said Fernando Mendoza I don't think he has very good pocket presence at all. You know what I'm saying? So him drifting like that when there's a clean pocket is unnecessary. And then just to kind of go back to it, when you mix the throw, I mean, you drift to pressure, you're going to get hit. Stay inside the clean pocket, hitch up, throw on time, and you're going to be untouched, or you're not going to be able to. You're not going to take on those type of hits. So, all right, let's get to. And then I know a lot of people said, well, he recovered well, right? He recovered well. Well, after he threw that interception, he came back. It was 2 runs and a 3 and out. This is the throw to Jalen Naylor where he missed him. Jalen Naylor's at the bottom of the screen. Simple inside move and just kind of overthrows him. He tries to kind of hit him in that pocket underneath the safety.
Yeah.
And just misses him. I understand he's trying to clear this linebacker here. I understand that, but just misses him, and then ends up being a 3 and out, and we're putting the ball away. I know people talked about him completed his next 6 passes. 5 out of those 6 were basically just dump offs. He had one to a flood concept that I'm going to showcase, but for the most part, it was just dump offs. It was actually a better job of Clint Kubiak running some very simple screens, short routes to kind of get his confidence up, and that's what those completions was just confidence boosters out of Clint Kubiak. It wasn't Mendoza just recovering and kind of bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I agree. I mean, I think I said that I wanted to chart how many of those 6 completions were just short routes or basically check downs or dump offs. And what's funny, it's a little bit different, but in the if that route had been Fernando Mendoza's first read, he's probably able to throw that ball accurately and on time. But the fact that he had to come off of his initial reads and come back to that one, that's kind of what we were talking about, or what you were saying earlier, when he doesn't quite have the same level of comfort if he's not throwing those type of layered throws to receivers that aren't his first read.
Yeah, so I mean, again, 3 and out after that interception. Better job of Clint Kubiak running some just tempo throws to kind of get his confidence back up. But I will show the one deeper throw that he hit basically on a flood route. But here's an example of him hitching up, right? And so he's going to drop back to pass. He gets to the top of his drop, gets the ball out. He checks it down. This is one of the completions that he had 6 in a row. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to get killed. When he gets to the top of his drop, he needs to hitch up and then drive that throw. Right now, just hitch. You still have the time. But right now, he's just looking. His eyes are looking. You need to be able to hitch up because this edge rusher is going to where you are. If you hitch up, then you change the angle of that edge rush. And now instead of taking this shot to the back, now it's just an arm tackle. Or he slides off of you. Mendoza is going to continue to take these hits if he just doesn't understand at the top of your drop. You just hitch up and throw. Instead, he takes that hit and he gets crushed. Again, this all leans on presence.
My dog got him killed. I don't know if it's the miscommunication or what. Because I don't know what the hell the miscommunication was. Look, he's trying to help Mafi, and he lets the edge rushers go completely free. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Trent is not gonna be happy about it. Oh, so now it's a corner blitz. Never mind. So yeah, he gets a pass.
Of course.
He gets a pass. Who's that out there? Is that Alberto? No.
Calm down.
Who's 34? Who's 30? That's Hayward. That's Connor Hayward. You got
But it's just a natural progression. Again,
not guilty.
When we watch Fernando, and again, we may not see him throughout the season if it goes to plan and Kirk Cousins plays the entire season. But if he just doesn't learn at the top of his drop, if he just doesn't hitch and drive that throw, he's going to get his ass kicked. Change the angle of that edge rusher. But
what is Poke Shop out there doing?
Who is it?
So what is Poke Shop out there doing? Antonio Mafi. He runs out there to the second level. Come on, Poke Shop. You get down there.
Look at Mafi. Look at Meredith. Look at that. Starting effort. All right. This is the one on. I'll be honest. Again, I'm not going to claim I know exactly what the O lineman's assignment is, but it's not. This is the one where Mendoza gets the sack. You got Caden McDonald. He gets in there and gets the sack. This one basically is right between Meredith and Mafi. So you got him right here. You got Mafi right here. Meredith right here. Look, in my opinion, I think Meredith should have helped with Mafi. That's just my opinion. You know, you got to basically delayed release with I don't know if this is Hayward or just a true tight end. But you know, you got basically 91 that's on the outside 3 tech, basically on Caleb Rogers, I believe that is. You got a 2-eye here with Caden McDonald. In my opinion, you know, instead of just showing a hand, you got to have a better effort. Now, I think this is Mafi's guy. Mafi should have taken Caden McDonald, but I do think Meredith should have helped more in that sense. So,
agree.
That's just not a good look. Need more communication on the offensive line.
Mafi got to just tackle him. And at that point, bro, you get beat that bad. Hey, just tackle him, bro. Don't let him hit your quarterback. Just tackle the man.
Okay, this is a simple flood route concept. This is a good throw by Mendoza. Again,
it was.
You got basically the flat route. You got the deep clear route, clean pocket. I don't know if I have the end zone view. No, I don't. This is second half, so they did not give me a good end zone view. But you got Malik Benson that's breaking on the out. I'm not going to be too critical on the accuracy like I was, when he missed Naylor. I'm not going to be too critical on the accuracy because, again, you're still trying to figure out your just the chemistry with the receivers, right? But clean pocket, he's able to see the routes develop. He throws it.
Yeah.
Good ball. One of the ones that Malik actually catches, which is good.
Yeah. Take that all day.
I would like to see him throw with a little more anticipation. Ball out now before the break, but he waits until Malik Benson is already on his break out in the open. But one thing, and again, good throw by Mendoza. Good job finding it, reading it. But there is one play that Jack Besh could have gotten the ball. But I'll tell you this right now. This league is what have you done for me lately? And I'll tell you, Jack Besh, he shined last week. One time out of 18 games, he shined. But look at the effort of Jack Besh on this route right here. And maybe this is why you don't get the ball very much. Jack Besh down at the bottom of the screen. He runs a little bit of a whip route.
Oh my god!
Come on! Oh my god! Come on, dog! Oh my god, bro!
I could cover that today, right now, current state.
I could cover that in a pair of church shoes. I don't even need no cleats on, bro. Sunday slacks and church shoes.
Like, I understand he's basically the third release out of this, so he's trying to get in. He's trying to get into that linebacker, right? So he's trying to get into the defender underneath here. But I want to see a better burst to the sideline. Like, I want to see just more of. I mean, we used to call this just delayed routes back in the day, and what you want to do is you want to be able to sell this here, right? But then what creates that separation is the burst to the sideline. That's what creates the separation. You want to be able to basically freeze these defenders and then get to the sideline, create that separation, and it's just lazy. It's just
he don't have it. He could be trying his best. I don't think it's in him. I just don't think it's in him. Some people anybody's been in leadership, you understand when you're evaluating people that are on your staff, the two things you look at, is it aptitude or is it attitude? I think he has the attitude. I just don't think he has the aptitude. I don't think it's not in him. I don't think he has that burst. He doesn't have that gear. Like his gear, his car, if he was driving a stick, it stops at 2. He ain't going past second gear.
Exactly. Hey, Quirk, what's going on, man? Yeah, we did just a little bit ago, man. Once we're done, definitely go back and check it out. Now, this is Benson's drop. And again, good throw by Mendoza. It's basically his first read. Now, this is the one time out of all the reps that Jack Bech had, I think he had a chance at getting open, but or getting the ball in any capacity. But I love this route. I used to call it a whip route, when I was an offensive coordinator. I love seeing us run it, to be honest with you. We got Malik Benson basically runs inside, create that corner to basically bite down on any quick slant, and then you just whip it to the outside. Good ball placement by Fernando. It's just dropped.
Yeah, this one was rough. That's just a bad drop. That's not people saying that's a touchdown. That's not a touchdown.
Oh no, ain't a touchdown.
That's a first down
for sure.
First down for sure, not a touchdown.
First down
you
for sure.
Got Jack Bech down here. This is probably the only one that if Mendoza wanted to take it, he flies this out. You could have hit him here.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. Look, third should have been a first down. That's just
should have been a first down. Easy, easy first down.
But again, it kind of goes back to, Fernando, when more times than not, if it's the first read, first throw, he can set his feet with clean pocket. It looks good. But if it's just not as clean, he's got to go through his progression. It's kind of 50-50. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
On how he produces. But honestly, that was the only pass that I thought Jack Bech could have gotten the ball out of all the routes that he ran. So this is the last one. So this is basically a crosser with Benson again. I'll tell you, Benson, just not a good run blocker. I'm gonna throw that out there. You got basically a crosser with Benson, with Mendoza. He checks it down. These are the type of, when we talked about him completing 6 complete passes, because he looked for the check down a lot. And again, Kubiak did a really good job of being able to kind of just set the passes up for him. What up, Rafa? What's going on, man?
What up, Rafa?
Appreciate you in the building, man. Appreciate the support, man. Guys, definitely go over to Rafa's channel, man. Always throwing content to you guys, man. Appreciate you, man, for popping in. But this is just a good example of, the good ones. And I'm not saying that Fernando Mendoza can't grow into it, but if you watch Benson, right? Mendoza, clean pocket. He kind of settles for the check down. If you throw it to anticipation, you kind of throw this now.
Yeah.
You can read the defense. You understand this route right here. And I'm going to kind of go back to it. You have this route right here with Jack Bech is meant to hold the play, the boundaries or the field side defender. You want to hold him, right? And then Malik Benson, still clean pocket. Malik Benson, he's going to open up on the other side of the field. So this is throwing with anticipation, but he opted for the check down. Ball's not out of his hand yet. He opts for the check down. So Malik Benson, this is where the elite quarterback comes in. Again, not to say that he can't do it, not to say that he can grow into it, but this is just an example of Fernando Mendoza. The concern that I have is, can he read an NFL-style defense or kind of go through those progressions in NFL-style concepts, which he didn't do at Indiana really at all. And so he opts for the check down.
I can't blame because I'm not completely mad at it because it looks like Grant and Mafi did not handle that stunt well at all. And the pocket got kind of muddy. So Fernando probably was like, look, I got to get this ball out of here. They got cooked on this stunt bad.
So I mean, it's still there. There's still plenty of room. If he's reading it correctly, right? He takes that quick little shift. He shifts the pocket just slightly, bang, then you drill that ball to Malik Benson. So ultimately, again, I'm not mad at it. I'm just pointing it out that as time goes on, these are the routes you want an elite quarterback to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the next step in his evolution.
Exactly. This is exactly how it's drawn up. You basically run routes to the linebackers to the second level. You force them to stick to that level, and you got Malik Benson right over here. This is why you have, I think this is Alberto doing a great job holding this corner down here. You see that? Alberto doing a great job.
Hold that corner, brother.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey,
he's a threat. I mean, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
The CFL is watching you, friend.
That's a threat. He's a threat right there. The defensive coordinator said,
they're watching you, pal.
When you see Alberto out there, you got to get there or he'll house it.
But this is how it's drawn up, though. We can debate on who who's supposed to throw to, whatever, but this is literally how it's drawn up.
Good job, Crody.
These receivers hold the linebackers. You got a flat defender, you got a flat route to hold the defender. You got a clear out route. This is where Benson opens. And so the ball, Mendoza's into his throwing motion, right? And so if he read it, if he understood where the defense was dropping, where everything was going to be developing, that's your hit right there. And I'm telling you, that defender's gone. Malik Benson catches this. He's up that sideline. Yeah. He's going for 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? So again, with Mendoza's progression, this is what you want to be able to see out of him. And he opted to go to the check down. Yeah. So we'll see just kind of how he grows. We'll see how he progresses down the road. But this is how that play is designed, is to hit this right here. And maybe that did get in his face a little bit, but you know, that's where pocket presence comes in play. So let's see. Let me look. East Coast. All right, you say, I disagree. I feel like the check down was the best option. The pocket was done. The safety let off right as his windup. He didn't have the time to throw it to Benson, in my opinion. And my thing is, again, kind of going back to that end zone view, right? If he's reading the defense and seeing the routes developed, even if he shifts just slightly in the pocket, knowing that route is developing, all the other defenders are occupied on that side. And so I think that's the intention of the route. And so, again, hitting that check down, that's fine. But I also think that, again, if Mendoza was able to see everything develop and just the slight shift in the pocket to be able to create that extra half a second to now hit Benson, could have been an opportunity, because I believe that's how it's drawn up. But because the ball's still in his hand, and at that point right now, Benson is now just starting to come open, so it's throwing with that anticipation. So I'm not saying that I'm mad at the check down. It's just, I think that's just the next progression in his development, on possibly be able to see it before it's actually open and throwing with that anticipation. And a lot of people kind of question whether or not his arm was good enough. I think he's got a perfectly good arm to be able to make that type of throw to that open space. And so I mean, with most people in the comments, I don't disagree with the check down, but again, I do think as time goes on, it'd be good to be able to see him kind of hit that throw with that progression, with that type of anticipation. But I do want to go back. You said something about the safety. I do want to look at the safety just to see what the safety did. No, that's the last play.
Yeah,
so maybe the safety continues, but I still think he's out of position. The ball is out already, so maybe that safety does continue and just came off because he now sees the ball maybe coming to Mike Washington. But I do believe that safety's still behind. But again, just want to see him throw with a little bit of anticipation there. But with progress and as he grows, hopefully he can get there.
Yeah, like there's a throw. I mean, the throw. People talking about Malik Benson having 2 drops. He had 1 drop, and I think on the second pass that people kind of look at. I mean, I think that was a good play by the defender, but I also think that it was a bad ball placement by Fernando Mendoza and on that particular play. You know what I'm talking about. I think that was the 3rd down as well, if I recall correctly. But it's the one where the defender's able to knock the ball out of Malik Benson's hands. I think if he leads Malik Benson a little bit better to the sideline, Malik Benson is able to protect that pass, you know, with his body and catch it, you know, more so with his body with the defender in close proximity. And in that situation, the ball was like kind of behind Malik Benson and gave the defender a really good angle at getting that PBU. And that's what led to the pass breakup. So I don't put that one on Malik Benson. That first drop, oh yeah, that was a drop. That was a flat out drop.
Oh, flat out drop, 100%. What up, Reese? Appreciate you throwing one out there. Appreciate you, big dog. All right, let's go back big screen. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, that's basically it. All right, we kind of went over the defense, kind of showcased some stuff, talked about Mendoza as well, kind of broke down that interception. Again, it's all about growth with Mendoza. And at the end of the day, you know, we just want to see progress. We want to see as much as we can through this preseason because, again, if it goes to plan, we're probably not going to see Mendoza, and we're going to see a lot of Kirk Cousins the majority of the season. And so I think at the end of the day, man, we just want to see progress, and we'll just see how it works.
Go back and watch it. I watched it like 5 times. He had no time, bro. The ball was behind him. He damn near, if Benson doesn't get hands on it, it could be an interception. Like rewatch the throw. I'm telling you, like it was a bad ball placement. Mendoza needs to lead him more to the sideline in that situation. The first one was a drop. That one, bad ball placement.
Yeah. So, and okay. I see this guy. Look at Money Chuck. You know, Money Chuck. Hey, if we agreed with the majority of the chat that we'd be catfished like you, Money Chuck, I don't know what to tell you. We'd be duped like you are. You know, so you keep believing in the hype of the media and like Deontay Thornton's the best and. The whole chat thought Deontay Thornton was going to be a monster, and you got duped.
He was Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss.
You know, you thought your boy Genty was going to improve the running game last year because the media hyped you up, and you got duped, Money Chuck. It sucks.
Don't be the cameraman no more. That's all I can.
But if we were listening to all of the chat and, you know, a lot of the bigger content creators, then Genty would have improved our run game like crazy, but we were dead last. Dead last. Couldn't even improve it by a couple spots? Couldn't. But if you listen to the majority of the chat, then yeah, you would have been duped, Money Chuck. So live in your space. Live in your space. We'll do us, you do you, and we have some fun. So, all right, we're just breaking down game film. Again, our opinion. At the end of the day, we'll see just kind of how it works. We tried to show you guys Booker last year was not very good, but if you listen to the chat and the media, you would have known, man, Booker's going to be an all-pro. But we tried to show you, and what was right was what we showed you. But it's okay. It's okay. So, Money Chuck, live in your world. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah, get him 805. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
gotta love it. Gotta love it. Hey, it's okay. We do this because at the end of the day, we just try to give you a little bit of our opinion, and we'll see just kind of how it plays out. But we do this on Wednesdays and Sundays in the war room.
He already broke down, bro. You know, you don't need to wait on his breakdown. He's already broken down.
Yeah, that was brutal. That man, Tokyo Toe I could have had just one family member actually root for the Raiders because they're all 49er fans, and it didn't work out. So, but man, ultimately at the end of the day, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Before we get out of here, we're going to be at the home opener. I'll be at the 49er game next week. Let me know. Hit me up on social media if you're going to be there. It'd be good to put some names to faces. I'll be around the torch before the game. Have a couple of beers with people, just have a good time. Chop it up with y'all, but we will be at the home opener. So if you're going to be around, definitely hit us up. We'd love to put names to faces, rock it out with you guys. We'll be in J-Lot. Shout out to Jeff. He'll be there as well. But Chris, real quick, shout out your guys' week 3 event that's going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Week 3. Got the throwdown in the Bayou, 3rd edition. So, we'll be out in over there on Bourbon Street, at Pat O'Brien's. So if it's going to be a private party, so make sure you guys be there. It is all you can eat and all you can drink. Again, they're known for their famous New Orleans Hurricanes. So it's going to be a good time. Raider Nation always shows up and shows out in NOLA. So make sure you guys come through. If you guys are interested, hit me up. You can hit me up on any social media if you want a ticket to go. It's going to be a movie.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a hell of a time. Shout out to that.
They letting me, Chris, and Turf in the same city. Oh my God.
Rough.
With unlimited drinks.
Oh my God. Look, they better have female on standby.
Yeah.
Oh man, Money Chuck, I told you I don't care. Like I you listen as well as my 10-year-old. It's wild. Big dog, like you act like we care. If I would have listened to chat that Shedeur Sanders was the first rounder, then guess what?
Yeah.
I would have been wrong like the rest of the chat. And
if we took a poll last year on was Dante Thornton going to be an impact rookie, it would have been overwhelming support for Dante Thornton, man. So
Jesus Christ, Mike Chuck, you got to pay attention sometimes. All right.
Hey, look, Turf is the oldest. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be Turf.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be Turf.
It will be Turf. He's supposed to be big bro.
Exactly.
I had the floor at 3 wins last year, and everybody's like, "You're wrong." The majority of the chat was like, "Oh, you're wrong."
Oh yeah, you're a hater.
Remember, Chris said it first.
Yeah.
Chris straight up pulled out the schedules. Like, man, look at the schedule. Well, how many wins do you see? And we went through it,
and they killed me
like,
for it. They killed me.
Come on, you guys. You can't. We're not gonna be worse than under AP. I'm like,
No, see, but
like Chris, why are you even a fan? Go find another team. Go find another team to like if you think we're gonna be that bad. All right.
But see, Dante, see, if you're wrong if you don't listen to everybody, Dante. You're wrong. You got to listen to everybody. Because if not,
hey, Dante, come on, pull up, man. Pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up to NOLA.
Then the Money Chuck is just going to get after you. That's what's going to happen. Money Chuck's going to get frustrated with his life. Okay. Yeah. All right. Appreciate everybody. Before we get out of here, man, we do us a big favor. Outside of Money Chuck, double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I appreciate everybody that rocks with us. Again, it all has to play out. You do your film breakdown. You showcase what we do. We try to be as fair as possible. And at the end of the day, it will take time to just try to figure it out. It'll take time to figure it out. Because even though they may not look good today, they could potentially work themselves, figure things out, and shine. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why you'll never see, as much as I wasn't the biggest fan of Drive-Thru Fernando Mendoza, and I never said he couldn't do it. I just said I have question marks based on the game film. That is it. So before we rock out, man, Chris, let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on throughout the week.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Chris Protect the Show podcast. As you guys know, always Wednesday, Sunday with my boys in the Raider room. Every Sunday I actually drop a show with Dub Raider. So make sure you guys check that out. And I know I've been talking about it forever. I might end up doing my own show. I might not. Who knows? Severe been talking about it for a long time too. Who knows? Me and Severe talking about doing a show together. Who knows? Just keep, just
you two won't allow that to happen. I'll tell you that right now. Me and Chris doing a show together. Oh my God, we would get kicked out of. Yeah, we would. They would. Raider Nation would stick ice on us. That's what they would deport us from Raider Nation. Yeah.
Oh man, Severe, let everybody know where they can find you, where they can tap in with you.
You guys know what it is, man. It's the Severe Raider here on YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, X, IG, Kick, Twitch, True Social. You can find me trying to help Albert O get into the CFL, man. If you guys know anybody, no GM up there, man, reach out, have them contact. Hashtag Albert O matters. Tuesdays and Thursdays, man, my dog Feral NFL, the 50-50 show and around the Shield. Big announcement coming up on that one, man. Stay tuned for that. A lot of people have been reaching out, asking for something. So, hey, I try to get the people what they want. So it's coming up. And then Sundays and Wednesdays in the Raider War Room, Christian Protected Shield and 805 Raider, man. You guys know what it is. Delivering those truth, giving those truth bombs out here, man. Just trying to keep it real. Keep y'all informed. And had you guys listened to us last year, you guys would have been better informed as fans. And the same will be the case this year as well.
Man. Or just get yelled at by Money Chuck like my 10-year-old. Just Jesus Christ. Money Chuck's just pure entertainment at this point. Just pure
entertainment, man.
All right, guys, if you guys don't know, I'm 805 Raider. My channel is Real Talk Raider Nation. I just rock out in the Raider War Room on Sundays and Wednesdays. Again, we hit you up after the games during the regular season. We continue to break down game film and just show it to you, give you a little bit of different perspective. And again, you can agree or disagree. That's perfectly fine because at the end of the day, it does take time to just figure out how it plays out because a lot of things can change. A lot of things kind of take into consideration as to how players can develop. So, but it's just from our angle, from our end, and we appreciate everybody that taps in. We appreciate all the members, the super chats, the jewels now. We appreciate all the subscribers, all you guys viewing, not just on YouTube, but all the other platforms, all you guys that are on X right now, rocking out with us. We definitely appreciate you guys. So again, we're going to get out of here. Again, next Thursday, I'll be at the game. I'll be at the home opener. These guys are going to be in New Orleans. Definitely check us out.
We'll be at the home opener too.
Yeah. The what?
Oh, so we'll be at the home opener. We'll be at Miami.
Yeah, all three of us going to be at the home opener. We're going to have a good time. And, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Can't wait to see everybody. And Jeff is coming out too. It'll be good to see you, man. All right, we're going to get out of here. Appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great start to your week, and we'll see you on Wednesday. We're out of here. Peace.